Hey, welcome to Draining the Swamp, Hunter the Reckoning 5th Edition game by Renegade Game Studios. This game takes place in a little shithole known as Morgan City, Louisiana. But don't worry, it's not the real Morgan City. No, this is some dark, fucked up Morgan City where the little bits of humanity try to cling to some sort of illusion that we own the world and things are fine and things are dandy, but they're not. No, this place is riddled with all sorts of fucked up shit from blood sucking vampires to weird fucking ghosts to guys who turn into werewolves that are like 7 feet tall and this place is fuck shit. But I mean, this story isn't about the people who live here or the fuck shit that exists and festers in this place. No, this story is a game about four reasonable people who know about these little mysteries that nobody else in humanity knows about, and we have set aside our time and put away our pride to go and fight some monsters, make the world at least a bit of a safer place. Um, Unfortunately, while we're doing our jobs, we do kind of come across a lot of things such as body horror, drug use, sexual references, blood, death, and hell, even murder if you're not careful. You just want to be careful with your surroundings when you're listening to us or watching our videos. And if any of those things aren't suiting you, then maybe this might not be the place for you. But if you are, if these things are within your sensibilities and you don't get scared easy, then why don't you come with us as we tell you a hunter story?
We have some kind of technical problem over here, everyone. Thanks for joining us, though. I'm going to introduce my players. Let's just have you guys say who you are and what you're playing in this last episode of Draining Swamp. I'll try to figure out what's going on my end.
Hi, I'm Everett. I will be playing Alex, the young alchemist who ended up way more in charge than she ever wanted to be of this gang of drug-addled homicidal miscreants.
Hi, I'll be playing Joseph Call, a former non-believer paranormal show host turned cop killer and cocaine addict. Here today to hopefully succeed in an act of domestic terrorism.
Hello, I am Dennis Higgins, Higipedia, and I am playing Dr. Martin Dreyfus, Jungian psychoanalyst and and much like the rest of the party and his hero Sigmund Freud, a newly avid cocaine user, and he's really, in the twilight of his years, he's really living his best life and letting his id run free and maybe save the world.
And I am Scott of Heroics News Gaming, playing the storyteller of our Hunter the Reckoning 5th edition. Draining a Swamp.
We skipped
Game.
one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was
I
too
was-
busy laughing.
I was too busy laughing.
It's okay. I'm legacy. I'm irrelevant.
Absolutely not.
All right. I'm legacy. I'm playing Ophelia Spade. Ex Marine, ex cop, current cocaine user. Accidentally getting herself wrapped up into this world of darkness after she thought that she had caught who possibly had a hand in her partner going missing. Avid gun user, avid fire axe user, and yeah.
And we were experiencing multiple technical difficulties because we decided to talk about the curse of Hollowhaven Studios, our good friends over there, and the curse transferred to us. So thanks for joining us. But we are functioning now, so hopefully everything will continue.
Great content, questionable technology.
Yes. All right. So where we left our hunters, they were in an RV having just captured a fairly well-known, well-connected vampire, part of the Barons of Lancaster Corporation, but personally an enemy to Alex and Alex's friends. They had taken him back into the RV, the armored RV of Awesome that they were currently using. And just when they were sorting out what to do next, two things happened. One, Ophelia received a phone call from her sister indicating that her niece was missing, and it felt to everyone that this was somehow related to what they were doing. But the second thing that happened was gunfire exploded around them, shooting the RV as much as it could. It is armored, and so the bullets aren't penetrating, but they are pinging against the side, and they understand that they are pinned down at the moment. So we start episode 11 with this very intense, dramatic situation. So
I hit the deck.
yeah. There's 3 or 4 of you in the RV. There's 2, our mentor and our ally, and Alex. And then, is Ophelia in the RV? I believe she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Dr. Dreyfus was, as we sort of figured, is probably out in the van, having not gone inside to take down the vampire, and the van being necessary, since it was established that Joseph brought his Boston Dynamics walking dog of Awesome into the bar. So Joseph is inside with his dog, and Dr. Dreyfus is outside in the van. And that's where everyone is when the bullets start flying. Alex hits the deck. Strangely, the others in the RV, except for Ophelia, because I'm not counting on Ophelia, Mark and Lydia, both, they flinch or duck, but they don't go full to the deck because they also recognize that the RV is armored. But there's a chance, right, that something will hit a chink somewhere. So they're not just like, they can't get it. No, they're taking some precautions, but also not fully, like, ducking and hiding from the gunfire.
Right on.
Ophelia, how are you reacting to the sudden ping, 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 and, like, obvious sounds of gunfire outside?
Not hitting the deck. She's probably the most used to like gunfire out of everybody in the van.
Mm-hmm.
But like she does like it does like make her like break out of her like mental break that she just had
Mm-hmm.
for like a split second to like look up. And almost instinctually she's gonna grip her side for her firearm.
That would be the correct response to gunfire going off around you based on all of your training, right? Is like prepare for battle, essentially.
Yeah.
Doc- Dr. Dreyfus, you're in the van. Now, fortunately for you, you're on the other side of the RV. So the gunfire is coming from the opposite side of the RV. You're shielded from it because of this giant vehicle that is, probably twice, like at least 1.5 times, if not twice the size of the van. So you've got that going for you. And you hear this gunfire going on the other side of it. It's a lot of gunfire.
I am going to check the pistol that they gave me.
Mm-hmm.
For make sure go through all the safety checks that I just barely learned, and if the van wasn't running when I was in it, I will start it and keep it running, in case we have to leave in a hurry or I have to run somebody over.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Joseph, you're inside with your dog, and you hear this sudden explosion of gunfire about the same time that Alex had left with the body in the, wrapped up in a tarp, wasn't it? Or bags. It was bags. Yeah.
I get on the ground and immediately begin piloting the dog out the same way, but I'm staying safely inside and low to the ground until I can have more information.
There are a couple of dead bodies in this place with you, by the way. If you remember correctly, there were 2 individuals that were killed. Yeah. So that's
I can do about that right now.
Right.
Yep.
But as a person who was on trial for murder, you recognize that this is not the best place to be found.
No.
Right? Okay, so we've established what everyone is doing right at this moment. So we'll go back to the people in the RV.
Who the fuck is shooting at us?
Are there windows
There are.
in this RV?
Mm-hmm.
Are they covered? I know some RVs have the little shades that you can pull over for some privacy.
Mhm.
Are they are there shades, and are they closed or are they open?
They're probably open. There was no they're first off, they're probably a lot of them are probably tinted. So there's that going on, because I don't think that even when they were open, Mark and Lydia would really want anyone being able to just kind of peek in the RV in any way.
Right.
So they're definitely deeply tinted, illegally tinted, right? That level of tint.
Yep.
But the windshield in it can't be tinted that much, because otherwise they would have trouble driving at night, especially. So there's that. But the windows are heavily tinted. The shutters are probably open, and you can look out them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just a quick look, see if I can catch anybody with a gun. Cause are the bullets coming from up, or are they coming from across? Are they coming down and us at a diagonal? Are they hitting the roof, or are they hitting the body, the actual body of the car?
Yeah, no, they're hitting the body of the car, maybe at an upward angle, actually. If they're at anything, definitely not coming from a helicopter above, as it were. They would be coming from the street, essentially.
The street. Okay, so then I'm gonna take a look, kind of going by the sound of where the bullets are hitting on the car. I'm just gonna pop my head towards the window, see if I can see anybody just right in our view.
Looking out the window, you see what appear to be several sheriff's vehicles, a bunch of Broncos that have pulled over quickly, angled, and the doors are open, and there's guys standing there, several individuals in these brown county sheriff's uniforms that are shooting small arms fire at you. But there is one car in the back that is a black car that seems to have one of those blue light bobble things on the dashboard. However, nobody is out of that car. They're inside that car still.
Okay. Fuck. Sheriffs and a black car. I think at that point I'm gonna have my firearm fully out, and I'm gonna have my back towards one of the doors of the RV, probably the door that we used to bring the staked vampire
Mm-hmm.
in.
Cool. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Joseph, get back to the van. We gotta go.
Uh,
And I'm also going to probably grab Ophelia's rifle out of the back and be like, here, large automatic weapon. Sidearms are good. Assault rifles are better.
Fair. I'll take my rifle.
Mark is looking out the window and he can see that he's processing what to do next. On the one side, you could all be arrested, but you have a staked person in your vehicle, so that's going to take a lot of time, time that you don't have. But he also recognizes that he probably can't outrun these vehicles, right? The RV is not going to be fast enough.
I think that's the second thing I'm going to do once I realize we may be humped. I'm going to cut the bags off of Marius, throw some quick duct tape on him to make sure that arrow stays in place.
Mm-hmm.
So if we need to throw him out of the vehicle and let the sun take care of it, that can just happen.
Okay. I'll let that happen.
Cool.
Okay. Dreyfus and Joseph, what are you doing now that you've kind of got some idea that there's something bad happening and maybe you gotta book it?
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of keep looking at the door to see if Joseph is coming. Like, I'm sitting in the driver's seat now,
Mm-hmm.
and I am also kind of glancing between there and the other side, like basically looking to the corners of the RV to see if anybody's coming around it.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of, not that they ready actions in the world of darkness, but you know, like
Yeah.
if somebody bad is coming, I comes around the corner, I intend to try to hit them with the van.
Fair. Okay. Okay.
Sweet.
yeah, I mean, hearing so what we do, I'm just gonna fucking book it over to the van.
All right, Joseph, you've
because I
got
don't want to stuck here.
two options. You
Oh.
can go out the front door, right?
Mhm.
Which is where you said you were readying the
Yeah, that's where I was.
your dog, the drone. There's another way from your recognition, from your recollection of this place. You went down like this back hall. There was like a little housing thing, but it seemed to be like it was like the neighboring building, right?
Yeah.
There's a possibility that you could go out the other building and not be coming out of the bar.
Yeah, I want to try and come out the other building, and if you'll let me pilot my dog into the van at the same time.
What is the role for piloting your dog?
And plus technology.
All right, let's make a roll, and if you get, say, 3 to move him quickly through these corridors and stuff, then you will succeed at doing that.
Is there any penalty for like multiple actions?
I'm sure there probably is. How many dice are you rolling?
I'm rolling 7 dice.
Let's drop one off. Let's make it 6.
All right.
And hope
6
for the
dice.
best.
Difficulty 3. It's not terrible.
No.
It was very honest of you to bring that up.
Yeah, you really did. You could have just gone with it.
You know, I don't want to win for free. I want it to hurt.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. I'm apparently frozen, and that's where I will be. But at least we're back to being able to do the job. All right. So, I'm moving again, apparently. Okay. All right, well, I'm here. All right. So, Joseph got out through the side door / the other building. So, Dr. Dreyfus, you are waiting and watching, and you can suddenly, you hear the, like, from the drone coming from the side of the van. Looking over the door to what appeared to be like an abandoned sort of old shopping mall or shopping store kind of thing is open, and Joseph and his drone are running out the door toward the van. So they didn't come out the front of the bar.
Is there a way for me to maybe drive to them without exposing myself to fire,
Yes, there is.
then I will do that.
Make a drive roll for me to see how well you do that and potentially not hit your friends that you're trying to drive up to in this chaotic situation.
Okay. So
That would be
is
was it
Dex and Drive.
Dex and
yes.
Drive. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Three successes.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
nice. So you, despite this intense situation that's happening around you, you're able to control the vehicle and catch up with Joseph, so he doesn't have to run that far, which was already a long distance for Joseph anyway. He doesn't do a lot of running, so already having to like run through the bar, through the back way, through the other store. He's pretty winded by the time he gets to you. I mean, adrenaline is kicking him forward for sure. But he gets out of the van.
Hell yeah.
Go, fucking go.
I'll go. Where are
right.
we going?
Who knows at this point? Just getting the hell out of there, right? While no one can see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from those
that's-
guns.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I
you-
will try to drive away from the guns, like
Yep.
not exposing myself.
The way that you
And-
would go at this point would be to drive toward the train tracks, toward the Sacred Heart Church. That would be the
Oh.
direction to go.
And the garden's right next to it, right?
The garden is fairly close. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
right next to it, but if you make a left turn in the direction you're headed, it's down not very far from there.
Yeah, well, then we can swing by there and throw the Molotov cocktails into it.
Hell yeah.
The Planda Molotov cocktail garden. Yeah. Okay.
It's the only way to be sure.
We'll get back to you guys in a second. Those of you in the RV, you are one of you is duct taping an arrow in the chest of a vampire to make sure that it stays in the chest of the vampire,
Yeah.
no matter what happens.
I'm then also gonna pop a compartment under the bed and pull out this weird, like, it looks very draconian, but also like a pump like you'd use to clean a fish tank.
Mhm.
And I jab one end into like his arm and tape that in place and then turn it on and attach a bag to the other end.
Bottom.
Oh. So there's just
We gotta
this
have
like
a method for this.
rattling sound as it's slowly filling this bag with this red liquid.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Ophelia. So you've got a pretty heavy duty weapon in your hand. You're
Mhm.
looking out a window at a bunch of cops shooting at the RV. Your friend, one of your friends, your companion, your hunter companion, is off doing something in the back somewhere that involves some kind of rattling machinery. And you have two companions nearby, both of whom you know are competent hunters, but one is apparently sizing up the situation, like he's thinking through all of his avenues of options, and the other one is reaching for a weapon. I assume she's grabbing some kind of weapon because she seems like the kind that would just be like, grab the weapon and
Let's go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
start doing the bad thing until I find out that was the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your friend and I are one and the same. I'm going to open the door just
Yep.
enough where I can take like a couple of shots
Okay.
and then like close it back up. I'm not aiming to kill them.
Mhm.
I'm aiming to incapacitate them.
So you're aiming at like legs and feet,
Yeah.
trying to aim low.
Trying to aim low to distract them and get them to
Mhm.
drop their weapons. Yeah.
Gotcha. I just went all weird. I saw myself. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll
Your
just keep
tw- your-
rolling.
Your video's twitching.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my computer's not liking my camera. It's pulling a Cameron today.
It's all
So-
the cocaine.
It's all the cocaine.
It's all the cocaine.
cocaine.
Okay, but so you're trying to shoot at the. Why don't you make that probably Dex firearms roll to see how well you do, and I'll roll from there as to how much like incapacitating / maybe bullets bouncing off the ground causing some shrapnel to like ankles and stuff
Sure.
/ hitting the tires, whatever other things might happen.
Yeah. Okay. Whoo! 10
Dang.
critical.
Dang, son.
That's crazy.
And you weren't
Willpower.
even rolling with any kind of desperation, though. Maybe you should have, but you didn't need to.
Maybe I should have. Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So, what exactly were you wanting to do? Because I'm sure you did it.
I wanna aim the gun at one of the guys. Is like, I'll try to take out his right leg. I literally pop my head out, point my rifle out, shoot it right towards his leg. If it gets something else, it gets something else. But like I said, my goal isn't to kill. My goal is to take their numbers down, but keep them alive.
Yeah, your shot goes true. Like, probably one of the best shots you've ever done before in your life, despite this whole quick pop shot dive back kind of thing that you just did. And it nails just below his knee, just below his patella, and just splinters his leg, and he falls to the ground. You can see that it's pretty much taken a big chunk out. He's probably not going to be walking for a while if he ever fully regains the ability to walk. But he falls to the ground. He's falling to the ground as you duck back in. More shots ring out closer to where you were standing, causing Lydia to duck down behind the other side, because the door was open for a second. Yeah. But yeah, you absolutely dropped that guy.
All right, we got one. I don't know how many more there are out there. I could use backup though. I'm just gonna take my other, like, I've got a couple of rifles on me at this point. I'm just gonna take the other one and I'm gonna just toss it to Lydia.
Yeah, she had one in her hand, so I was actually going to ask.
Yep, this.
I was going to ask what Lydia's dice pool would be for shooting. I don't have her character sheet in front of me, and my computer's being wonky.
Lydia handles a firearm as a club,
Uh-huh.
so she probably either went for throwing knives or her bow again.
Gotcha. Okay,
That's
that's
in
fine.
this situation, I'm thinking arrows in tires,
Mm-hmm.
because we're probably going to want to run away from these guys.
Sure. What is her pool, you think?
That's going to be...
Based on
Actually-
her level of allyship is where it kind of falls.
Oh. Should be like 8.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay. 7 successes for her to shoot this arrow. It again, as the door is closing, as the door is closing, this arrow flies out like kind of over Ophelia's head as she's ducking back. To Ophelia, it felt way too damn close for comfort, but to Lydia and probably to Alex, that's fine. It was going where it was intended. It was never going to hit Ophelia at all. No problem. Flies right past her head, goes right into the tire of one of the other vehicles, not the one that Ophelia was shooting at, and you hear that as the thing sort of rocks to the side as one of its tires just kind of explodes, pieces everywhere, but the car drops a bit. And so the door closes.
And then I'm going to yell up to Mark, "Let's go!"
Mark will gun the gas and try to move this RV. It's got it has a decent turn radius for its size, but it's still not a super great turn radius. So he's kind of making a wide turn in the gravel parking lot of the Gallows Bar.
Cool.
More shots ring out. You hear them pelt the back of the RV as it turns.
I keep my head down and if I wanted to try and determine how much blood Marius has in his body, would that be a medicine roll?
Probably.
Or could I use my occult chemistry?
That's a good question, because for you that would kind of match the occult chemistry thing, wouldn't it? Because you're trying to use it for something.
This is my
This is your jam. So we'll go with that.
cool.
And that would be still probably int though.
Yeah,
Right.
within that's 5 hits.
Nice. How much blood does a person have in them? And that person being a vampire.
Specifically, yeah, a very powerful vampire.
Yeah.
Like, how many blood bags can I get before he's full dead and starts?
A probably decent number. I actually have no concept for how much blood you could drag out of a vampire, even a powerful one, or even a not powerful one. I'm not even sure how many blood bags you could drag out of a person. Does anyone have that information offhand? You don't have to tell me how you know.
It's. I would.
It's about 5 pints worth of blood.
Yeah, I'd ballpark at 6 bags.
That
if
seems
we
right.
don't care about his safety.
If he just drained a guy, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the average adult has around 10 pints. So what I would say is take his hunger rating and subtract it from 6 and double it.
Oh. Here I'm draining the swamp.
There we go.
We hate math.
And it's not,
So-
I didn't go to med school for nothing.
All right, then you could
Hell yeah.
drain based
Yeah,
on
med
based on
school.
those numbers that med school boy just told us. You could probably drain 10 pints from him.
Ooh, he's flush.
What hunger was he at, though?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's been feeding since he was here.
Yep, he has been. That is true.
Deputy told us they were cleaning up bodies. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. I finished that. I come up to the front, pulling out my pistol, like getting ready to fight, and I tell Lydia, 10 bags.
All right, we're gonna
So now
jump
she knows
to
if I can't get back there and change it, she should at some point.
actually. As Mark pulls the RV around, the sheriffs have not been able to respond fast enough because, well, one of the vehicles, the driver was laying on the ground holding his leg. One of the other vehicles had its tire blown out. And they could probably still drive it, but not super quickly right at the moment. And then they're trying to react. The other vehicle, the black vehicle in the back, no one had gotten out, so they pulled around through the gravel and are coming up to the side of the RV. But there's this moment where you can see, because you've come to the front now, you see this look on Mark's face as he looks into the vehicle. And for a moment, you think it's a look of recognition. And then the vehicle veers off quickly as you begin to drive away. I'm going to jump to Dreyfus and Joseph. Dr. Dreyfus and Joseph. If you're heading toward Hope's Garden, you've had more than enough time to make that turn and be driving quickly, as fast as you can in the van, down the strip of road that leads to the garden. You can see it coming up very quickly on your left.
We know they're doing something fucked up in there, right?
Yes.
Torch it.
Yeah.
So that's in character. Yeah. Let's go. At the same time, since I'm not driving, I'm calling Alex.
Alex, your phone is ringing.
And we're pulling away from these vehicles.
You are.
Click.
We're going to the garden. Meet you at the dam.
Yeah, understood. Call you back in a minute. Click. Or call you back when we're clear.
Yeah.
The van.
Call them back to say that.
Hey, just to clarify, to circle back.
All right. The garden is up on your left. It is now. You've arrived at it.
All
In the
right,
garden,
let's,
what you see is a bunch of people, but you get some oddness to them. First off, this is what you see, and then Dreyfus, I'm going to have you make a roll for me.
excellent.
You see what appear to be pale, very pale people They're gardening ostensibly. Like, they all have rakes and, tools in their hands. They seem to be scooping leaves and doing stuff, just menial labor, but like at a very languid pace. They are mixed between like men and women. They don't seem to be reacting to your van quickly driving up. Now you can make a sense the unnatural roll for me.
Ooh. Okay. Wits and occult. And am I gaining information while on the hunt?
I would say that this would constitute gaining information while on the hunt.
All right. Is it not letting me do desperation dice?
I think it's a separate selection when you type hunter. You go /dice hunter, right?
All right. Maybe I'm rolling it as a.
And then desperation's
okay.
an optional thing. Yeah.
Okay, so it's /hunter.
It's /dice hunter.
And it's the one that looks like a moon within another moon.
Yep.
Right. Well, I got that. No, I started doing dice roll, and so it was only vampire options.
It'll
that were
still
coming up.
work as long as you aren't giving it hunger, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to give it hunger. And what's our desperation at? 4?
5.
5. Okay.
It's real
Oh, yeah,
desperate
you're
right now.
Wooded pie here.
Yeah.
It's not too dangerous. Oh my god.
Those are shitty rolls, but 3 successes is
All you need?
hopefully all I need.
Do you want to use any willpower right now?
No, because I only have 2 left, and
Okay.
I have a feeling I will need those later.
All right. You do get the feeling, and because of your particular situation, you can tell where it's coming from, right? It's not like a general. You can get specific pings from this sense the unnatural.
Yes, I have precision.
Mm-hmm. So you immediately know that all of these people are not natural. And there's some symbols that you can feel, like you don't see them, right? These symbols that I've been sharing with you, you don't see them, you just kind of know them. The symbols, which I don't have the ability to share with you right now because my computer is doing stupid things. The symbols that you give you the distinct feeling that these are unpeople, like they're people, but they are not alive and they should not be moving.
Right, they're that resurrection weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you also get the fungal feeling from them.
Oh yeah, we're torching all of this. Let's light them up, Joseph.
Yeah, how many Molotovs are in the van versus the RV?
There were a lot in the RV. Can
I whip them up quickly with speed crafting?
You were unfortunately making a phone call.
That's fair.
So let me do this. 7, apparently. 7 Molotov cocktails in the van.
Right.
So let's go. Double fisting Molotovs.
Yeah.
I light one and then use that to light another one.
Yep, that's how you do it.
And then throwing is athletics, right?
It is.
So I'm gonna use my little oxygen Coke mask for her face to really get me zooted right now, and go for it.
The Coke mask comes into play.
Oh my god.
Drugged up homicidal miscreants.
This is the Antifa we've been warning you about.
Yeah, anti-flora.
Anti-flora! Oh, man. Dice. Oh, the colors are all messed up, but I'm gonna add some willpower on that.
Okay.
Did we click it? And it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Yeah.
3 successes.
3 successes. That's fine. 3 successes. So you throw these Molotov cocktails out. 3 successes is good enough because you're throwing them not at moving targets or anything. You're just throwing them in the garden wherever you think they would light. And they crash onto the ground. They break against rocks. They break against fence posts. They do what they're supposed to do. There's just this inferno that blazes up in the garden. There was a lot of dried leaves. It's summertime, so like the plants were doing fine, but there's a lot of dried grass and dried leaves laying around. So it doesn't take very long for the garden to be encased in flames. In the meantime, while these flames are starting to lick and light all over the place, the people start reacting to it in bizarre ways. Firstly, a lot of them start running toward the fires instead of away from them, which is not a thing that most people do. And then when they get to them, they seem to react as if the fire is scaring them. But they still keep moving toward it, like they're trying to put it out, but they're also like backing away from it. It's not a very good sight with them. They run into the fire, and so as you're throwing the last Molotov cocktail, you can see some of them on fire, but they're not reacting as a person should react. They're not, I'm on fire, flail my arms around, crazy. They just keep moving into them.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
They aren't people anymore.
Aren't they supposed to be afraid?
No. They've been taken by the fungus. So
it's a fungus.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we will head to the dam.
There was a distinct lack of a particular nun that you could see anywhere, but there are some structures, in the garden. So it's possible she was in a shed or something. You're not sure, but you didn't see her directly.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll catch while we're leaving.
Oh, it's catching. It's catching now, even as you start to leave.
Cool.
All right. So, real quick, I am looking something up. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Where are you? Information. Sorry, I'm trying to find some information. It's right here. I have a tab for it, and I just couldn't find my tab. All right. So.
Is it what happens when we burn the things?
No.
Mm.
No. So as you're pulling away, in the RV, getting on the road, the police are most likely going to start trying to catch up to you. But Mark just looks at Lydia and he says, "It was Cassidy. Fucking Cassidy." And she seems to know who that is. And they just kind of look at each other. You're not sure who the hell that is that they're referencing.
I'm going to quickly swap out the full blood bag for an empty one. Be like, Sharing, who the fuck is Cassidy? Is this a hunter? Is this a friend or foe?
Friend-ish? Lydia starts talking. She explains to you that Cassidy is the name of a person who works for a hunter organization. She's a government agent that is a hunter as well. They've run into her before, and she's nominally on the side of hunters, but she also thinks that they're getting in the fucking way, right? Like, she works with a government hunter agency. They've got the government money behind them, and so street hunters, not a thing. But
okay,
that does explain why the car peeled off, because the other side is that she's kind of shoot first, ask questions later sort. And so at this point, hopefully that means she is not going to get in your way, right? Because the fact that there was a recognition, Lydia's hoping that this means she's on your side, because otherwise she would have tried to stop your RV from getting away.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. Maybe that means we don't have to worry about the feds right now.
I mean, for like 6 hours or so. She can only hold them off for so long.
I mean, it'll be over by then.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, can we like outmaneuver the police, find someplace quiet to like hide for a minute?
Let me see something real fast. We're going to see how much the dice are liking you today.
Cool.
Dice. Hunter. 1. So, you get across the tracks, and you can see a train coming, but the train seems to be moving too slow, and so one of the police vehicles is behind you.
Okay. I'll take out his tires.
Okay. And that's with your bow?
Yeah.
How many dice are you rolling?
I haven't done the cocaine thing yet,
Okay.
so that's going to be skill specialty. I believe that's 9.
We're going to
Oh,
give you
no.
a 1 die
10.
penalty. Oh, okay, 9 then. A 1 die penalty for the RV moving while you're trying to shoot out of it.
For sure.
But other than that, it should be fine.
4 successes.
All right, you hit a tire. Let me see if this cop can control the vehicle long enough to continue. Yes. Manages to keep control of the vehicle. How many dice is Mark rolling?
He's a high-level mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think
Isn't he 4?
3.
3?
He's a level 3 mentor. Lydia's a level 4 ally.
Ah, yeah, okay.
But
Okay.
I guess 6.
Yeah. I was already typing.
On Mark.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
NPC using some willpower. I figured that seemed appropriate. Mark takes the turn in such a way that the police vehicle is unable to continue the pursuit, ends up barreling into one of the rises that protect the swamp from just flooding the city. Loses control of their vehicle for a moment. It's not a long time that they lose control, but long enough that Mark is able to make another turn and disappear into some houses and between the industrial district. He actually goes on the outside of Lunar Motors, which is, as you remember, a big abandoned empty lot, but keeping the building between the road and you guys.
Cool. Okay.
You wanted a place to lay low. There's this abandoned warehouse here.
Yeah. Let's pull in, shut it down for a second. Holy shit.
Pull in and stop the RV. There's a silence while you guys talk.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to check in with Lydia and see how she's doing. Like, I'm glad that we got this guy, but I know that she might have complex feelings about being this close to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be insight?
Yeah, I would imagine it would be.
Cool. 3 successes.
She is uncomfortable, but she's also not thinking about it because of everything going on.
Cool.
The longer that things are calm, however, that might get different. But right now, she was more concerned about the whole getting away, holding on to something while the RV was taking turns and such. So her mind is elsewhere at the moment. But you realize that that's not going to last.
Okay. Okay. What time is it?
Well, you set off on a killing spree. Then you did some things. Then some more stuff happened. It's probably 3-ish in the afternoon.
Okay. We got a couple of hours.
I do.
I'll call Joseph back.
Hmm.
Speaker on the table.
Is it safe to leave the van, do you think?
Relatively.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door. We're by an abandoned car lot, right?
It's an abandoned car factory, and you're inside of it.
Okay.
Oh, this is the place where we met all
Yeah.
those folks. And
You recognize it
Blade.
immediately as the place where you tracked the false werewolf and found all the homeless people that were living here.
Okay. Joseph, you there?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. Did you do it? Did you burn the place?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. We got a couple hours. It'd be really great if we could hit these guys a couple more times. Are there any like old family home of Barons and Lancaster? I think we looked into that. Or I don't know, weird corporate offices. Dreyfus, do you have any like sensations about where else we could throw a bomb to weaken them before we head out to the dig site?
I don't think the proximity is. I have to be a little bit closer than that.
I know there's something about some old towns, but like that's a little bit out of town. I think that's kind of a drive. We already hit their like holding cell for all their milk and shit. I'm sure their security is double locked down now.
Yeah. Plus the corporate facility didn't seem like a place.
Yeah, we got everything we could out of that.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, there's the big thing left. And things we can get tonight before everything starts to wake up.
That's on an island, right? That's what Mark says.
Yeah, we need to catch a boat probably.
Mm-hmm.
The dig site?
Yeah.
Is it?
Thought it was.
They have to like pump out a bunch of water and stuff. That's
Yeah.
why we can blow up the dam and it'll flood it again.
Right.
Yeah, right? I was under the impression that it was
Mama G, yeah.
Bateman
Yeah.
Island, isn't it?
She didn't even have boats. I'm not gonna need. None of us are gonna need cash for a while after this, so we can probably just buy, rent some of our own.
Or we get Mama Gigi in on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's manning the shop right now, just tell him it's urgent.
Do you have contact info for that Fed?
Cassidy?
Yeah.
I'm sure that we could get a hold of her. And it wouldn't be direct. We would have to go through a few people, but we could probably get a hold of her.
I mean, couldn't hurt to relay things. If we get wiped, then at least somebody knows what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody with more resources.
Someone who could finish the job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I again look back, change the blood bag. We got this guy. I don't know if he can like call to his minions from here, or if this is just good. If we can just like drain him down to the edge and like.
He isn't torpor. I think that nullifies a lot of his powers. I wouldn't be certain. I don't know that anyone's ever really tested. Usually when Fang is in torpor, hunters just kill them. They usually don't let him sit around for a while.
For sure. For sure. Well, maybe we'll get to find out.
Yeah.
Mechanically, are there any kind of checks we can do to like pull additional intel, review facts, hacking, maybe?
Mm-hmm. There are things that you could do. Ophelia, as you're standing outside the RV, you can hear the conversation going on inside, but you are outside the RV. What are you thinking about? What are you doing? And then I'm going to tell you what starts happening.
Okay. I want to start looking around for pieces of like scrap metal, things that I can use to kind of like build with.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my tools and everything on hand at all times in my bag, so
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, because I can build exotic stuff kind of
Yeah.
on the cheap.
Yep.
And kind of on a whim. I want to see using kind of like the pieces like scrap metal that I can find, anything that might have been like left over from the abandoned car lot. See what I can pull out, and while I have kind of like a minute to myself and my thoughts, I think out of frustration for the situation, I'm just gonna start like throwing myself right into work. Rather build something that could be of use than sit around on my ass and twiddle my thumbs all day.
Sure. What are you trying to build?
We need something that has a lot of that can provide a big bang in a relatively quick amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can build a bomb. Something big, something powerful, something that's going to do a lot of damage to a lot of area in a quick amount of time. I've got like my notebook, so I could start like flipping through all the pages, pulling things from like the different explosives from my time in the military that I've had to like learn kind of like how to like have control over. And I want to see if I can kind of like make some weird Frankenstein's monster concoction of what the best parts of each explosive are, and kind of like force them with what materials that I have.
Mm. That's pretty easy to do based on the fact that there's a lot of stuff in this place. So you could pull that off. As your
question.
Yeah.
Is this an anti-personnel bomb or an anti-building kind of thing?
Thinking anti-building.
As you're having this thought and you start looking around, do you hear the sound of like a piece of metal falling onto the ground, and it like echoes ting 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 ting? And when you look over to the sound of it, you see a little kid who was hiding and is now exposed. That's like deer in the headlights kind of look. But you recognize this little kid because you've met them before.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just sort of staring at you like, what do I do?
Just gonna smile at them and kind of like keep working on her bomb.
Just gonna keep going around and scrapping?
Yep. She's just gonna keep going around scrapping and like grabbing like metal and whatever she can find. And if these kids decide that they want to help Auntie Ophelia make the biggest explosive, then that's on them.
Well, the kid doesn't really react. The kid, when you don't react to the kid and you just kind of smile and go about trying to gather things, eventually some of the others that you know are hiding in this place start coming out, some of the adults. And they approach you and they recognize you as the person that came before that, like, nominally tried to help, and you guys gave them some things, if I remember correctly, and then
Yeah.
Bargain Basement Blade showed up, and he gave them a bunch of food.
Yeah.
So they're initially like the adults you start seeing, they're kind of puzzled for a second, but when they realize that you just don't care about them, that you're just trying to gather stuff, one of them goes, "What are you looking for?"
Any metal pulleys, anything scrap, really.
Chemicals.
Chemicals. This is a used car factory, right? Like
Mhm.
there's got to be stuff in here that can be of help.
He seems to think for a second, and he says, "Well, we do sell a lot of it to the scrapyard, but you helped us once, so we'll help you, I think." And he whistles, and people start coming out, and you can see them start gathering pieces of random debris and various things, start bringing it to you. Does any of this help as they're carrying stuff?
All of it
It'll-
will help.
It'll pay that debt for, not killing our friend.
Your friend ended up being a big help to us too. So, thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna strap on my gloves and I'm gonna get right to work.
Okay.
Just in plain sight of a bunch of children and random adults who probably have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
As one
Entertainment for
does.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia's not thinking fully straight right now. Not that she ever thinks straight, but right now it's hitting a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you'll be crafting your what is the thing again for that? I forget.
It's science and
Composure. You gotta make sure your hands aren't shaky so you don't connect the red wire to the black wire and blow yourself up.
Oh, yeah.
Or ordnance. That was the word I was thinking. Ordnance. Building
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
ordnance. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I give her a help die by giving troubleshooting over the phone?
Well, she's not in the RV. That's why I was asking her
Yeah.
what she was up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not building this in the RV. I'm building in the factory. The car factory where we make bombs.
You know?
There's
All right.
chemicals in a car factory. There's lots of chemicals used in the production of a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, in times of war,
Mm-hmm.
industry needs to adapt to the war effort. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to re-roll all of 3 of those
Come
dice.
on, come on.
I just need one for it to work.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right.
Critical.
Nice.
Critical success. Hell yeah.
All right. You successfully make your bomb, but it'll take you a little bit, so we'll let you be doing that while you successfully make this ordinance to blow up a building.
Oh, and I get because of how fun and fresh it is. I actually get to create, I think, 2 more of them. 2 more
Yep.
bombs.
Yep.
Yep. So they are. I got 3 big bangs.
3 big bangs. That's what you're
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be crafting. All right.
Yep.
So back in the RV. So and everyone on the phone. Dreyfus and Joseph, you're driving somewhere at this point. You're just trying to get as far away from the burn site as you can. For those of you in
yeah.
the RV, you can see the smoke from the garden. It isn't very far from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You will,
Okay.
Dreyfus and Joseph, as you're driving away from the garden, you will pass the university and the cemetery. You will have gone past Lunar Motors long before they actually got to it. So you'd have to turn around and go back
Okay.
to meet up with them.
Right.
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be better for us to kind of stay a little bit separate until we need to come together. This way, if one of us gets attacked, if they find us during the day, at least not both of us.
Agreed.
Do we want to go to GG's to get boats, or find some guy somewhere who let us use his boat for a few hours for $100?
Is there like a boat rental?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's got to be
For sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
And
they're in the direction you're heading, you get to like the smaller little areas where there are boat ramps and boat launches. There would certainly be a fan boat rental place or some, gator tourism or something, for sure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get what we got to get, and let me know what I gotta roll or whatever.
We'll get to
Hey.
that in a second. Let's continue whatever conversation needs to happen before we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. Oh, go ahead.
So now that here's the thing, we've kicked the hornet's nest. It's official. That means our enemies are moving. They're trying to shore up their defenses. I don't know exactly how we use that to figure out where they are. Like, without some kind of, I don't know, satellite surveillance or high-level observation ability.
Right.
I don't know, maybe if their vehicles were all tracked, we could hack into a network somewhere and see where people are going, which would give us a good clue. But could we locate a phone? If I called a phone, could you find it?
Possibly.
Joseph, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay. Because I got a business card for Patty Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
And figuring out where the Lancasters are holed up seems like it could be pretty useful. Unless they're at the dig site, in which case, 2 birds, 1 stone. Do you need to be here to do that? Or can I just, I don't know, give you my SIM card number?
I can probably do it from here. Since I'm not driving, I start getting all my equipment out.
Okay.
That would be a tech roll, right? That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah, does that get my surveillance specialty?
Yes, it would. All right.
I don't think this is my Creed Fields. It's on the Instagram.
No, it is not
Dice-
your Creedfield.
Dice Hunter, not Hunter Dice. And that's 8 dice.
All right.
That's going to be 5 successes.
Okay.
It's like a willpower, because that's a lot.
5's pretty good. Do I have
Yeah.
to call Patty to make this work?
Yeah.
Cool. Talk to you in a minute, Joseph.
Yep.
It rings a few times, and then you get, hello?
Hi, is this Patty?
Yes.
Hi. We met the other night at your corporate office.
Ah. You were supposed to be gone by now.
There's been a little change of plans on that point, and honestly, we woulda, but then we found out some really crazy stuff you would not believe.
I probably would.
You probably would. Oh, interesting. Like, maybe there's a bunch of monsters all working together to try and do something horrible. Does that sound kind of familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
So
maybe
I
one of
told
them-
I told you that you were way in over your head. And
Yeah,
you had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Do you get that that's my whole thing?
Getting
That
in
that's
over your
our
head?
whole thing?
Well, I'm starting
We're-
to see it.
We're hunters, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We dive in head first with barely any idea what's going on, and somehow y'all are still scared of us.
Scared. That's a strong word. Annoyed, maybe.
Well, I suppose the smart ones are scared.
I think all the mortal ones are probably scared.
That's like a really short list, though.
It is, isn't it?
Anyway. Yeah, just wanted to let you know the garden thing, not going to work out. The apartment thing, not going to work out.
You think
We'll get out of your hair at a certain point, but
you think that I care about that? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I mean, I think your brother's going to be pissed.
Al, his partner's gonna be pissed. That's for sure.
His partner.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to be like a real old vampire.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess you're in the clear then. Catch you later. Click.
Awesome.
I like that little flourish. That was good.
We got a location?
Yes.
Where's she?
She's at the dig site.
All right. I can't think of any more reason for us to fuck around.
After all, we've been doing it for the last 10 episodes.
Yeah, start finding out, fellas.
Yeah.
It's a
Zing.
nice fourth wall you got there.
At that
The
moment-
one who can see through it.
At that moment, there's a bunch of sounds. Exploding sounds. They are across the water. They're loud, but you're hearing them at a distance.
Can I look in the direction?
We have an idea of, like,
The direction
we
that they're
know-
coming from is the direction of the dig site.
I step outside and I look over to Ophelia and I'm like, you know what dynamite sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Was
Yeah.
that?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
okay?
Don't worry.
Joseph?
Yeah, we're on the phone again.
Yeah, it sounds like they're probably like going in immediately. I'm gonna set up a location with Mama Gigi. We're gonna get on some boats and we're gonna go do this.
Yeah, we're going to a boat rental, and I'll see you after we drown the bastards, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
To clarify, strategically, we got to rescue some kids first.
yeah.
But yes. We do have
Yes,
to rescue
we
some
are
kids first.
rescuing children.
No, Cameron, the player, forgot that there were children that were kidnapped. This isn't Joseph's fault. I knew the kid got kidnapped. For some reason in my head, I didn't put together they would take them to the sacrifice.
Oh my.
All right, let's go.
I made. And then she's just gonna gesture to the 3 giant bombs.
I tossed you a duffel bag for each of them,
Hell yeah.
There we go.
and then we put them on top of Marius. He's in
I
torpor.
dare
He
you to
doesn't
wake
care.
up.
I just drop one like right on his heart to make it hurt even more. Just right there.
Sweet.
Don't wake up.
Any chance I can be crafting on the drive?
Sure, what are you crafting?
Can I make a flamethrower?
You can try.
Go.
Hey,
Let's
yeah.
go.
I get like what 5 desperation dice?
Yes, you do. Joseph,
yeah.
you reach. You're coming up on all the boat launches in that area, or not Dreyfus. Sorry, not Joseph. Dreyfus. Coming up on the boat areas, and you see one that does list itself as like Gator Tours. It's a fan boat. It's like a hand painted sign, and there's this rickety looking boat sitting there just off one of the docks.
Can we
This is-
commission one of your boats, please?
Well, the guy that comes walking up to you, he's wearing just overalls. He's not wearing a shirt. It's pretty hot. It's a summer day. He's like, "You want to borrow a boat?" I'm just trying to
Well,
understand.
not just borrow, rent.
Well, you have a fanboat license. Okay, I can't be just giving out my Bessie over here.
You know, we're familiar with fan boats.
Well, you want to rent a whole boat for a private tour without a boat captain? Suppose insurance probably involved. Then of course
we're
there's
definitely insured.
Well. What I mean is, I'm gonna have to get some insurance, and by that I mean it's gonna be a little bit more expensive for this boat.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Yes, I would gladly pay for the premium insurance.
Sounds about right. Gonna be $2,000. Sound about fair for one day?
As long as 3 resource dots means that it is.
It is a bit high, but you could probably scrap it together if you know.
I'll donate my 1 resources.
Yeah, you could probably scrap it together. You know, you don't usually drop that much money all at once. Your bank might flag it as a weird transaction, but yeah, you could probably scrap it together. Skip
I
a
probably
phone
have
bill.
a credit card with that kind of limit. Or
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I have if I have an expense card for
Right, your per
For
diem.
like work.
Probably spending that one to the dean.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if Centenary College of Louisiana ends up getting a bill and I'm not around to pay for it,
That's fair. He goes,
you know,
well, I did good just here get that square thing. Hold on one second. Hold on. You can see him
Well, I'm
monkeying around with
frantically-
his phone. And then he swipes the card. Then he swipes it again. He swipes it a third time, like he's clearly trying to get it to work. I don't know if you've all ever used the square, but it really takes like 3 or 4 tries before it finally goes.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then finally it goes.
It's a
He goes,
process.
"Dadgum! Oh, there it go. All right. Well, okay, don't hurt Bessie. She's doing what I got."
As I'm getting out of the van with my suspiciously stuffed duffel bag filled with 12 successes worth of flamethrower.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
my fucking god.
It's
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Hell yeah.
I think that's a flamethrower.
And,
It works.
you know.
You took all the gas out of the van.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Van's empty now.
We're not gonna need it anymore.
Damn, I bought that van. Somewhere, wherever we are, Alex just sees Ophelia cringe.
All right. Okay, you guys have an airboat. I'm gonna call Mama Gigi.
Okay.
Unless, can the airboat take all of us? Whatever, we want Mama Gigi there anyway.
We're separate.
Yeah, you guys are separated. They could come meet you. The fan boat could certainly hold 6 people. That's a fan boat ish size from the big flat ones. It's a tour boat, right?
Okay.
So it's supposed to be able to take like good 20 people. 8 to 10 people, not 20. 8 to 10 people at
Mhm.
once.
Sweet. I'll still call Mama Gigi.
It takes a minute for her to answer, and then you can tell that she's just waking up. She's like, hello, child. Who's a calling?
Morning, Mama. It's Alex.
Alex.
Uh,
You still alive? Good.
Yeah. Feeling, honestly, very, very alive. It's kind of cool. We're getting ready to finish this thing up. If
Okay.
you guys are down to help bury and or kill an eldritch god, save a bunch of kids, be big damn heroes, etc. Island, middle of the lake, dig site.
Done it once before, child. Might as well do it again.
All right. Also, one sec. Ophelia,
Hmm.
what's it take to arm those bombs? Like to actually blow the dam? What would be involved? You gotta like rappel down and stick them in the right place. Got a complex code or something, or you just like put down the bag and hit a button on a timer.
I mean, I would have them in the right location. And then I've got this little stick right here. I hit the button on the stick and it should work.
Okay.
We gotta
Okay.
be far away from it though.
Wow. Really? You sure?
This thing's
Okay.
intense. It's not my
Right.
first time playing with fire.
Here's my thing. How far away is the dam from the dig site?
You,
It
you
seems
don't
like
know. You don't know. You've never
Seems like
been
we
there.
need one team to bomb the dam and the other team to go into the dig site after these kids. And I glance back at the camper. Mark and Lydia could do the bombs with a couple help from Mama Gigi's people.
Yes, let the non-player characters do the bomb while we save the
Yes.
children. While the
Oh,
player
of
characters.
course. Oh, of course.
You say this is
So
the
another-
sneakiest
I'm just
among
throwing it
us.
out there.
Another fourth
You
wall
know.
break there, Dr. Dreyfus. That sense the unnatural is real
That's a
powerful with you.
nice-
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know,
nice
it's-
fourth
it's-
wall you got there.
it's
It'd be a
all
shame if it
part- it's-
broke.
It's all part of the collective unconsciousness.
Yeah, right. Tapping into some higher level thinking.
Oh,
Listen,
guys, I see
Dre-
gods.
Dreyfus has not done this many drugs since the 1960s.
Yeah, I was gonna
So-
say. Well, we've all been
You
doing
know-
coke. Dreyfus has been microdosing mushrooms in the back of this every scene. He's just absolutely fucking gone.
It's just milk. He's actually had a whole
This is
secret bottle of milk to himself. Just
Perfect.
Dr.
Yes.
Dreyfus is like looking up and being like, I see gods, and it's 5 assholes sitting at computers.
Indeed. For real though, mechanically, does that work with everybody?
Yeah.
Solid.
Cool. Lydia can take care of any problems they might encounter. This is assuming they have to be separate.
Mhm.
Wait, don't they have a whole art? Well, I guess we're getting on boats anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
Yeah.
get on boats, right? Which is gonna be a bit of a mobility problem for a certain individual.
Yeah.
But together, the two of them, with the help of Mama Gigi's crew, could probably pull it off, right? That's a good assumption, because Mama Gigi has a whole family of people. So, and you can tell that some of them are quite accomplished individuals as far as athletics go.
Nice.
Bargain Basement
Right.
Blade may look like Bargain Basement Blade, but if he's even half as good as Blade, he could probably pull it off. Right?
Yep.
And
Lex?
I'm sure
Nice.
everything Mama Gigi has is OSHA and ADA compliant.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Oh, 100%,
know.
including the chicken shack.
Notice I didn't say FDA compliant.
Got it.
All right, we'll meet you guys at the boat. Mama Gigi, we'll see you out on the water.
Be there soon, child.
You can't hear us on the phone anymore because the fan bleeds.
Okay. Can we rendezvous with these guys?
Yeah. Yeah, there would be a who's driving the boat?
Got the most dots
Probably
and
still Martin with his single dot.
drag.
My single dot in drive and my 2 dots in dexterity.
And he's
Mm.
still one total better
I've
than me on that roll.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go off, King.
I mean, who's got the best drive out of everyone? So who's gonna take over once
I
you all
actually
meet up?
think I might have the best drive out of everybody.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you probably also have the best youth flamethrower out of us, also. So I was thinking
Fair.
we have Alex behind the wheel.
What's the skill for flamethrowers?
Firearms, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The fire. God damn it.
Okay.
I mean, mm,
Is Dreyfus the kind that gives up his driver's seat once he's in it?
Ooh, great question.
oh yeah, especially when it's a fan boat.
Yeah.
Um,
Weird, have
I would
specialties in fandom.
actually say that a flamethrower might be more athletics than firearms, only because like,
You just point here.
well, it's
It's about the arc.
and like it's like a hose
Yeah,
almost,
yeah.
really, because I mean that's all a flamethrower
Uh-huh.
is, a hose of jellied gasoline.
Yeah.
And so yeah, because you don't aim it the way you aim
A gun.
firearms, you know, and since there
Right.
isn't a heavy weapon skill in Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, it's
So isn't it Alex with the super beefed up athletics then?
Make sure you bump your line before we go adventuring, fellas.
Oh yeah.
we're all bumping a line before this, so
I'm rebusting my mask.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, Ophelia in the driver's seat. I'll strap on that flamethrower. I say a quick, almost flippant goodbye to Mark and Lydia. You guys got your job. I got mine. We're gonna kill these guys, blow this dam, be home for dinner, torture that asshole back there for a long, 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 long time.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's potentially composure plus firearms. We'll see. Flamethrower wielder.
Hmm.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah.
Also-
It looks like most people agree that it would be the same as like composure plus firearms, just to make it cleaner with the rules. I could say composure and athletics, though. I could agree with that. I could see that being an argument if you wanted to make it.
I've got my bow too.
Also
Why
fair.
am I not? Oh, I'm not in the right chat.
Yeah.
That's why.
We'll give it to Ophelia, I think, because Alex has the stake bow, and then the other two can drive since there are two killers.
All right.
Fair.
All right, so the fan boat, it's like you screwed up a couple of times. Did you finally get to a point where the others can wade out into the water and climb on? You miss a couple of times and the boat drifts, you know, movement of water and whatnot. It's not like a car where when you want to stop, you stop it,
Right.
stop and it goes float, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, slides across the water. As a person who has
Cool.
driven a boat before, I know this is a thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you get it.
Pass across the duffel bags full of bomb. Take my bow, arrows, Molotovs, etc.
Are you leaving? You're leaving the bombs with Mark and Lydia, though, right? Or are you taking them with
Oh,
you?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So sad I won't get to see my creation and work.
Oh, maybe you will.
you'll-
Who knows?
Who
I mean,
knows?
you'll probably see it from a distance.
Oh, probably.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
All
I made a
right.
couple of those bad boys. So
All right.
Yeah. And then we head out to the island.
You head out to the island. Coming up on the island, you have to move through the swampy bayou, so you end up navigating through trees and the like. The island is not 100% solid. It is solid where the dig site is, but there's murky tree waterness before you get to it. There's like this space of not really habitable land before you actually get to land. It's darker than you'd expect because the trees are blocking a lot of light, but it isn't like nighttime, right? It's just shadier. It's only something you note because you're dealing with vampires and you recognize that this might be prime territory if you were to say live here now. It doesn't seem like anyone's living here right now, but your minds go back to the Order of Five way back in the day, and now you can, if it was anything like this back then, it was, I mean, it was probably thicker, right? And so you could imagine how there could be vampires and humans all existing in the same location and somehow coming together to do something that wasn't just the vampires feeding off the humans.
Cool.
It's just this ominous feeling as you move through the murky, dark waters of the swamp.
I mean, eyes open, everybody.
As you
Head to the dig site, yeah.
As you approach you can see the dikes and dams that were built to keep the water from flowing into where the dig site is. There's large cranes. Some of them are in the water on sort of flotillas. You can hear the explosions now. There's definitely dust and dirt getting thrown up. It's clear that the dig site is farther into the island, but not that far, based on the noises that you're hearing. They built these dams right on the edge of like the land, as it were, and they sort of pulled back some of the swamp water by building the dams, and then, you know, like a dike system where you build the dam, then you drain it of water, then you build another one, you know, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But it's still just one major dam blocking the water flow so that they can work on the drier land.
Couple pictures. Tech back to Mark.
Mhm.
Just a little recon, and then I think pull in the boat and hoof it
Mm-hmm. From the trees.
quietly.
Yeah. As you approach, you can hear the sounds of dozens of people talking. There's a few, when you can see what's going on, there's a few people in hard hats that nominally appear to be normal. Then there's a whole bunch of people standing around that appear to be really weird and fucked up. Like, their arms are all twisted, their bodies are bent in strange ways, their faces, if they have faces at all, some of them don't even really seem to have heads. Super kind of flesh-grafted things amongst all of these people. There's a giant hole in the ground, and the people that are talking, two of them appear to be the type of construction foreman you'd find at any construction site. They're wearing like polo shirts and these hard hats, but they have like paperwork in their hand. What you immediately see, however, is a person standing amongst them who's wearing a dark suit. He's got black hair, it's slicked back. You recognize him as Stanson Barons. And standing next to him is a tall, very beautiful blonde-haired woman.
Peggy. Right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So the fucked up guys are a clear Molotov. How are you feeling about these humans?
While I mean, the ends justify the means.
Justify the means.
Okay.
And if they are working, and I'm pointing to the humans,
Mhm.
with them, and I point to the twisted creatures,
Yeah.
they're complicit.
Can I tell at this distance if they're being like mesmerized or controlled to ignore the fucked up monsters, or if they're just like another day in the life?
It appears more like it's another day in the life.
Cool. 2 groups, 2 Molotovs, and we focus down the siblings. Bullets, bombs, the whole 9 yards. If they're
All
a
right.
human, then oops, but
Mm-hmm.
feels unlikely at this point.
What can you do?
Sounds good.
Does anybody here
everybody
really
mask up.
innocent?
Yeah.
Put on the cocaine mask.
Plus +3.
Right before, as we're getting ready, I'm also gonna pull out that thing one last time, the book with the spell in it. I guess we're not seeing anything new here, so
Mm-hmm.
let's see what these two can do. And I'm gonna. Who wants to do what? We're gonna
I'll
need-
hawk a Molotov.
I'll huck a Molotov. Or actually no. I'm better with the pistol than I am with the Molotov.
Okay.
Unless is throwing the Molotov, is that strength and athletics or dexterity and athletics?
Hmm.
I think it's been Dex in the past.
I think
You-
it's been
you
Dex and
will get-
athletics.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll get +3 athletics too off of the mask.
The mask, the Coke mask.
The mask.
Yeah.
Oh, well that
Just
changes.
a gas mask with a line of coke right in the.
Yeah, I've used mine up, but
Yeah.
it's the world's best inhaler.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I mean,
Ah!
the ends justify the means.
Yeah, let's all do coke right before this really important mission. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, it worked for the Nazis. They were all on meth, and then they did real well for a
Don't
while.
Don't bring them.
Don't
into this,
I'm
man.
compare
just saying,
us to the
stimulants
Nazis.
work. Stimulants work is what I'm saying.
Cam,
Fire-
do
Fire
not
pilots
compare
eat
us to the
chocolate with Coke
Nazis.
in it. There's Coke chocolate.
Anyway,
Anyway, before we
Godwin's
risk
law
more...
notwithstanding, and
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. All right, yes. I'm gonna Dr. Dreyfus. Dr. Dreyfus emulates Freud in the only way he knows how, and takes a whiff of the happy stuff, and is gonna huck a Molotov at one of the twisted creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm tossing. There are two groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm mirroring it with my own toss.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 successes.
God.
I'm going to attempt to
Take
put an arrow through the forehead of Stanton Barons.
Stanson
And
Barons.
I guess
Okay.
I'm gonna take my rifle and try to put a bullet in Peggy
successes.
whatever the fuck her name is head.
Since I have the advantage of stealth, do I add my thing to this? My creed.
Are you sneaking past them?
Oh no, I'm attempting to murder them. I'm just
Yeah.
doing it from a stealthy position.
Yeah, I don't think it applies here because you're not trying to sneak past them. Or
I
Okay.
do get my desperation dice.
you
correct.
do get your desperation dice because you're attacking.
For sure. Don't knock the hustle, but I had to ask.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You were trying to figure out how far that extended. That's fine. But yeah, based on that, because you get it for sneaking or subterfuge, she gets it for attacking, right? So
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
There we go.
Oh,
Bye, Peggy, Penny, whatever the fuck your name is.
and is that with like what's the damage modifier on your gun?
+4.
+4? Jesus.
And I'm coming in at 7 hits.
Yeah. The
Are
nerds
you
both got two
okay?
successes.
Are you okay?
Time to die,
Look
motherfuckers.
at-
Time to die.
They,
So-
they felt
Wow.
Okay, so we've got 7 successes, which the modifier for the bow is what? 4? 3?
I think we said that was actually +3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be 10 there. Okay, and that was to Stanson.
Also, don't know if it matters, but I'm going to use one of those silver arrows we had for the werewolves,
Okay.
just in case.
So I gotta write this down. Where's my notebook? Right here. All right. So I don't confuse
Before I
myself.
shoot my gun, I write her name on the bullet that I'm gonna use to shoot her with.
respect.
Stanson dealing with 10.
Wait, you got fucking 11?
Yeah.
I was rolling when you did that. Oh my god.
And then Peggy took that would be 15. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other two, you throw your Molotov cocktails I'm gonna say that they do land. They just don't hit the guys you were intending to hit. So they land on the ground near them. So these Molotov cocktails come flying out, and at the right time, because you're both good enough at your respective attacks, you wait so that it's not like guns go off then Molotovs, or Molotovs then guns, like that they would hit it at roughly the same time, so the distraction helps, as it were. The two Molotov cocktails crash against the hard ground that has been dried for a while now, splashing fire in various directions, but not hitting the individual targets that they were aiming for. But, distractions. Your arrow hits Stanton, and it hurts him. But it doesn't seem to do the same kind of effect that you would expect it to do for hitting him right in the center of his chest.
Cool. I did forget to roll 2 dice, so that's actually an additional hit and a crit.
Where did these 2 dice come from?
I forgot to add the 2 for my serum.
I
had athletics plus mask plus dex plus specialization. I forgot the serum.
So that comes out to
10 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah.
13 damage.
13. All right. Still doesn't seem to affect him as nearly as much as you'd expect it to. It's just 1 more damage that he takes.
Cool.
It hits him, but it doesn't seem to affect him nearly as much as you thought. Peggy takes the shot in the head, and she falls down, as far as you can tell. It knocks her back. It spins her around. She falls flat onto the ground as the Molotov cocktails crash and burn fire. The weird, fucked up things, these strange, twisted people, turn in the general direction of which there was a gunshot in which these Molotov cocktails come. And while some of you may be doing a pretty good job at hiding, some of you are not so good at hiding. What is your stealth numbers? I'm going to give you guys half. So what is your dex plus stealth?
I get half.
Yeah, I'm going to give you half of that.
All right.
Mine is 5. I don't remember if it rounds up or down.
That's fine. I'll take care of that.
Mine is also 5.
Mine is 1.
Oh, okay.
Mine is also 5.
Well, half. It's 2.
2,
but
right, but half.
Half to 1. Yeah.
I think mine would actually be 10 because stealth would be my creed field.
It would be your creed field, yeah. Where are you guys?
And silent weapon.
There we are. Dice. Hunter. They're rolling. Okay. So, Dreyfus is seen, but not the rest of you. But Dreyfus is seen, and so these things, some of them make a noise, some of them, like they all make a noise, but the noise can either sound like a growl from some of them, or it does sound like a growl from some of them, but from others, it's like a weird, bizarre whistling, something that is just disturbing, and they start running toward Dreyfus. Now, there are 7 of them rushing toward Dr. Dreyfus. And so, all right, this is some combat times. They're going to be moving toward you guys, and so I will let you do some other things. Stanson Barons, he just pulls the arrow out of his chest as his action and looks in your direction.
Fuck it, I hit him again.
Okay. All right, so we'll go in the order of Alex, Ophelia, Dr. Dreyfus, and Joseph. That's the order we'll go in. Alex, you're going to shoot again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything we know is that this guy is dangerous. So let's take him off the board quickly. Do I have anything else for this? Suddenly, deeply lamenting a lack of fire or explosive arrows. Hello, 9
Hey-do.
successes.
Nice.
All right.
Dodge this. That's rhetorical.
I mean, he's going to.
Yeah.
He's paying attention now.
Vampire moment.
Yep.
Do. How much does he roll? Okay. Whoop.
And I might
Dice.
just say flamethrower.
Oh my god.
So,
Fuck outta
yeah. So your arrow comes flying, and he just turns as it passes in front of him. His bladed body just right by. He's like he's watching it, and then he turns back.
Okay, so you weren't oversold.
All right.
All right,
Insane.
Ophelia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
that guy. I forgot to add his athletics. That's fine. It worked anyway.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, creatures coming towards Doctor. I keep wanting to call you Dr. Dre. I don't know why. Dr. Dreyfus.
You can call him Martin at this point. There's not a Father Martin anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
Well, at least hasn't been in any scene for like 3 episodes now. So
To be
Right.
fair, Ophelia Stone don't know who that man is.
Mhm.
also true. Not a confusion of Martin in her mind.
Nope. There's only one Martin, and yeah. So I see these things coming towards him. I'm going for area of effect now. I'm just gonna pull up the flamethrower and I'm gonna start all of them if I can. You know-
We'll see how well you do.
I don't know what this is, so
You're casting a spell.
yeah, I'm casting fire
I cast
bomb.
flamethrower.
Yeah. It's a legit Shadowrun spell for sure.
flaming
Oh,
hands.
God.
Yeah, this is a responsible mage getting around Paradox.
Yeah. Have a flamethrower strapped and then cast like fire. Yeah, that makes sense.
Funny
Yeah.
enough,
Mm.
this is the same exact pool, so that works.
It does +0 aggravated damage.
On
And then it
God.
does it on the next turn as well.
Perfect. I like to point out during this entire like combat scene, I've got like Paris Hilton playing on my Spotify, so it's great getting all these descriptions and all you hear
Yeah.
is Paris Hilton's like airy voice in the back.
Incredible. My soundtrack to violence.
Ooh.
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 Oh man.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
going
Might as
man.
well overreach.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't
you
go
can't.
into overreach.
She can't.
We're already at danger 5.
Ooh.
Thought that meant it just didn't
God
matter.
damn.
Mm.
You actually can't?
No, you cannot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah. So you light the flamethrower. It goes and flares up, kind of rocking you back, and it's terrifying for a second. Joseph, you immediately realize there's something wrong with your flamethrower.
Fuck.
Yeah. As it arcs upward into the trees. But Ophelia, you absolutely miss your targets and are in
Joseph,
despair.
your fucking contraption sucks. Toss on the ground.
Stop the
That's
time
it.
for playing games.
Okay.
Your dollar store flamethrower doesn't do shit.
I think it was Joseph next. Joseph, what do you want to do as these things are rushing toward
I
Dr. Dreyfus?
I'm gonna tell him to run and then try to fix the flamethrower because there's a million of them and that seems to be the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're gonna make a sort of tech crafting roll type dealio to try to fix the
Yeah.
flamethrower.
In plus craft to try and figure
Mhm.
out whatever went wrong with it.
I mean, what went wrong with it was
This-
Ophelia's dice roll, but that's fine.
Yeah, you know. He has, instead of, can I try and pick it up and show her how to use it properly?
I mean, you can make the roll and see
I
what
would
happens.
love for Joseph to try to mansplain this.
I
to
mean,
Ophelia in
he's
the
gotta-
middle of combat.
Burn
It's
'em.
Probably a
Burn 'em,
matter
you're
of
on drugs.
dialing the mix back or something. So yeah, I'll let you do it to see if she can get control of the damn thing.
And this would be repairing or augmenting, so I
It
do
would
get to
be.
add all of my extra dice.
Yep.
That's 7,
It's-
and then
Get 5 dice. Yep.
Okay, that's 6 successes.
All right. Yeah. Not entirely sure what went wrong with it, but you do dial it back so it's not quite as explodey when it launches. So you can help her control that to some extent. I'll give her an extra die
Yeah.
for your assistance. In the process, Dr. Dreyfus, there are 7 weird, twisted people things rushing toward you.
I am gonna throw the other Molotov cocktail and then book it away.
Okay. Make that roll. See what happens.
Sending command.
It came up on my end with 2 successes.
Let me. I'll spend a willpower on that.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, 4 successes. Now we're talking. Yeah, that hits one of them right in the chest. Shatters, starts him on fire. He's fleshy. You immediately get the smell of like burning meat and skin. You hear the popping and crackling of fats. Like you're grilling a pig or something. But that's what you start to hear. You're going to try to run?
Yes.
That would be an athletics roll, my friend. Let's see if you can get any distance between you and them. They
What
will-
and athletics?
Oh, stamina and athletics, right? To run.
Mhm.
All right. Thank God for cocaine.
Right.
That's really been the theme of this entire series.
Ah,
You're
yeah,
kidding.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I am gonna spend my last willpower point.
Now you're impaired
2.
too, but
Okay. So you have no willpower left.
I have no willpower left.
All right. Quick, someone tell me what happens when he has no willpower left. Otherwise, I'm looking it up.
impaired
Minus
-2
two
to
to all
mental
his-
scores.
-3 to mental scores. Damn, that's like all Dreyfus
thought it
is
was
's
2.
mental scores.
I thought it was
Social
2.
and mental.
Two. Yep.
Social and mental.
2.
2 dice. Yep.
It's like everything you are. All right, but you do create some distance. Let me see if you get caught up with. I'm gonna have to roll this like a bunch of times. I'll just roll it once, and it'll be for the 6 that are chasing you. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Dice. Hunter. 6. 3. All right. So, that does mean they catch you. So
Uh-oh.
the group of them rush you, and they start trying to grab you. Let's see if they can grab you. They might just all fail. I'm going to do all 3 of them individually so that we can see if at least one grabs you. I just need one to grab you. So you're trying to be
Yeah,
grabbed.
grab me.
Yeah?
Dex plus athletics, right? To avoid them.
Do I roll something?
Yeah, if you want to roll Dex plus Athletics and not get grabbed.
Okay. Yeah. Dex plus.
Why don't you just roll that and then I'll figure out, and then I'll roll a couple more times if I need to.
Does Oh wait, am I still under the +3 to my athletics?
Yep.
Okay, good.
You are still in the same scene, and
That's
you're
the
still
scene.
yeah, you're still in the
I
same
shouldn't have
scene.
blown mine at the gardens.
No.
That's 5 successes.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, that'll be your overall. So let's see if they can grab you. Negative. Last one. Well, I was just rolling for a 2 at a time, so let's see. Last one. And dice hunter. Nope. So
yeah.
they're reaching. These hands and claws are coming at you to try to get you, and none of them are being able to grab you. So this might be a running fight that happens as you're running away from them. We'll see how this goes. But they're not any of them able to grab you to stop you from running.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Facts.
Positive side for the rest of the group. Dr. Dreyfus is drawing away a majority of the people you were having to deal with. There's still 2 mortals who are now ducking and trying to run, and there's one guy standing there seemingly unaffected by the arrows that have penetrated him.
Mm. And Peggy lying on the ground.
Lying on the ground.
Cool.
So, the guy in the suit, he starts moving toward where this burst of flame was, because unfortunately I think that probably gave away a position. Maybe not necessarily the person using a bow and hiding in the trees, but certainly the person with a flamethrower strapped to their back. And so he moves toward that, thus closing the distance, but I will still give it to you, but he'll be on you at that point. So I will then turn it over to Alex.
Alex is going to reposition to try and keep eyes on Dreyfus and get out of Stanton's immediate, so he doesn't know where the arrows are coming from.
Sure.
And then put another arrow in him.
Okay. That is a lot of successes.
That's 14 successes, y'all.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see how well he does
Hopefully
this
he
time.
doesn't double crit again.
I double crit. He didn't do shit.
He didn't do shit. Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
So that's 9 net successes plus 3 damage for the weapon.
Oh my god. Okay, so that will take him down. This arrow
yeah.
goes into him, and he
Right to his fucking eye.
Yeah, it goes through him, and there's this moment, this odd, strange moment where he seems to be standing there with this arrow through his eye, and it's like he's confused for a second. He blinks, which is weird because the arrow is through his eye, and then he just kind of falls to the ground.
Yeah.
But you can see this puzzled, confused look in his face when that happens.
Hell yeah. I
Okay.
think that's my turn.
Yeah. Ophelia, this person just dropped to the ground in front of you, was about to take you down, but then arrow out of nowhere hits him in the eye and dropped him to the ground. There is person laying on the ground. There's people running away. There's a thing on fire that's flailing around. And then there are 6 things that chased Dr. Dreyfus. They're a distance away. They're chasing him, though.
Okay, how far away are they from us? From me?
From you, they're a bit of a distance because they're running. I would say if you...
Dreyfus didn't go very far, though,
He
right?
he went decently far. He took off. He ran to the point where they had to run to catch him instead of just being there with them. So I would imagine that they're still kind of closer range. They're not within touching distance, obviously, but they are not long range away from you.
Okay.
The only problem is that your angle would be at their backs, which is fine, except that it would also be in the direction of Dreyfus.
I mean,
I'm taking out Old Reliable then. I mean, I don't want to risk catching Dr. Dre on fire.
I mean, the ends
So,
justify the means, right?
Oh,
You know, I mean,
My brother.
I'm the numbers aren't in my favor. So, if you take me out or they take me out, no biggie.
Oh man. I wasn't expecting to have to make a decision like this at 10 o'clock at night, but here we are.
You don't make decisions like this at 10 o'clock at night.
Only on specific games.
well,
and-
how do splitting pools work?
Yeah.
We're
Also,
talking
if
about
you
this
shoot
is
the
when it's a
flamethrower and yell
flamethrower.
"get down,"
Yeah.
he can roll a dodge on that, right?
Presumably.
Some help.
Yeah. Then she's just gonna take the flamethrower, just scream, "Doc, flame incoming!" And then I'm gonna try to flame throw these. For some reason, I keep thinking that they're the little salamander monster from Monsters Inc., but I definitely know that they are not.
No, horrible twisted meat things.
Yeah. I get a +1 from Joseph though.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm in despair, so I don't get any of those dice,
Nope.
which is fine.
Roger. Hey.
Hey.
I'm just gonna re-roll some of those. I want to see what happens.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got
If we cook the doc.
Doc slightly roasted. There we go. 8
okay.
successes.
8 successes. All right, Doc, you get a chance to dodge this. Dex and athletics is this flame. You did have an advantage, like she did tell you, so I'm giving you that option.
3 successes.
I that also means that I do damage to the query, which means I get my desperation dice back.
You did damage the query, so you are no longer in despair.
In despair.
All right. So this flamethrower, it's all ag. Is that's what I'm hearing?
That's what it says in the book.
Cool. There's this like intense roar from the flamethrower as you fire it properly. Thanks to Joseph's like dialing back of the feed. It's aimed the way that you want. It's where you want it to go. It hits these guys, and you hear that same sort of roary whistle sounds that come from them. But you smell that burned meat smell, that crackling. Most of them are just on fire. One of them is only partially on fire. It's going to take one swipe at Dreyfus, who dropped to the ground. So I'm going to give it less dice to see if it can hit before it also will go down. So give me 1 second to see what happens to Dr. Dreyfus. All right, you want to try to dodge that? It's 2 successes. Minus 1 for being on the ground from your dropping down.
Right.
Oh,
Only 1 success, alas.
All right. So you get hit, though, for 1 aggravated damage.
Which I believe we were all given flak jackets before we took on the werewolf. So it should
Oh,
become-
now it's just
Well,
superficial.
Superficial. Yep.
Very good. Very good.
I got the goods. I got
Very
you,
good,
Doc.
sir.
Yeah.
1 superficial damage you take instead of 1 claw through the chest.
Right.
All right.
So what was that last week about you not needing the flak jacket? Because I'll never get up into close quarters combat.
Yeah, right.
That might have happened.
But these burning piles kind of fall around you. It's not dangerous to you. They're blocking you from the flame because it's all on their back, but they're melting and burning and sizzling around you, Dr. Dreyfus. Joseph, what do you want to do?
Now I understand that he did not fully dodge the flamethrower, right?
I mean,
Dreyfus?
he did not,
No,
but he
I
got
dodged the flamethrower, but I didn't
Yeah.
dodge.
he got
Yeah.
three.
Oh, okay.
He got 3 successes. I consider that fine enough to like get down.
Got you,
These
got you.
guys took all of the flame, but one managed to swipe at him before it went down, and
Right.
now he's laying under some sizzly, crackly flesh things that are on fire.
I'll try and pull him out. I'll look around, watch for any other people coming to investigate. The sounds of the gunshots and the flamethrowers and such. For any other people coming. I assume the guy did not let me load my drone onto his fan boat.
No, no.
So I've just sort of got my meat hands to do whatever I need to do.
Sure. All right. Yeah, you can pull Dr. Dreyfus away from these flaming guys. They don't seem to fight. They seem to be dying. The one that was stumbling around on fire, it falls to the ground. And you are alone here with these fires that are slightly out of control. There's some up in the canopy of the trees. But it seems like everything is quiet and still aside from crackle, pop.
Cool.
Meat smells.
I quickly put 2 more arrows into Stanton's head, just in case he's the kind of monster that regenerates. I want to make real sure there's no brain to operate this thing.
Sure.
Search him for wallet, keys, especially a cell phone, and then light him on fire.
Mm-hmm. Cell phone you
Bragging about
find.
immortality. Let's really test that.
Cell phone you find. It's a very nice brand new smartphone, like maybe not quite released yet kind of level of smartphone.
Joseph.
But otherwise, he has no keys, no key cards, no wallet, none of that.
Cool.
Kids.
Do I see any sign of like what his deal might have been, other than taking an arrow to the chest and walking it off?
It depends. How much do you search him?
Don't have enough time for you to do a full body search. There are still children in that building that need saving.
Agreed. You got an axe, right?
Yeah,
Let's bring the head.
sure. Reach behind my back, grab my axe, and just nice and clean.
Head comes
Like I
off.
said, they keep bragging about immortality. No
Nobody
better way
ever
to get overkill than to brag to a hunter about immortality.
Yeah.
One thing you notice, however, is in all of this chaos, Peggy Peggy Lancaster, her body does not seem to be there anymore.
Ah, shit.
Bullets are real heavy when you get hit with them, so guess they didn't work coming. Anything on that phone, or should we head down the hole?
There's all kinds of stuff on that phone. However, it's locked, so Joseph's going to have to try to
Hasn't
hack
stopped
it.
me yet.
Yeah.
Extra. I don't. Does surveillance count here?
No.
Yeah. I always gotta ask. 7. It's definitely not that. 5 successes.
That's pretty damn good. It takes you 3 tries. You finally figure out how to get through this phone. You end up doing some kind of like back channel semi-reboot thing to get past the lock, and you get in. There's emails, there's phone numbers, there's files. It's a whole ass thing, but you realize that you're gonna have to make a clone copy of it as fast as possible because it is slowly deleting. Like files are slowly deleting themselves.
Yeah, I try to email, or shit, we're not narrating my shit. I try to email the whole phone to myself.
Okay, that'll take a minute while it's like doing this upload thing, and we'll cover what happens a little bit later while that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Also,
If you were
feel
an
free
evil
to-
monster, where would you put your children's sacrifices?
Underground.
Okay.
I assume that like the dig site.
The pit.
Okay, so are we talking about like a pit?
It's a big pit in the ground. There are ropes and there's an elevator now. It's very clear that there's been recent demolition. A lot of it is caved in, but based on the cave-in, it just drops straight down to what appears to be a floor. It will take you like several 100 feet below. It will take you a little while to climb down, as it seems that there might have been a staircase at one point, but the recent demolition has destroyed it. I'm not going to make you
Yeah,
make
that
rolls
makes
to
sense.
climb down, but you can climb down. It will just take time. There's, like I said, there's ropes. There's an elevator. You could press it and see what happens, but it clearly was installed before the demolition, so you have no idea what condition it's in.
All right.
It feels like the demolition was desperate. While it was controlled, it feels like this was not their desired path.
I feel like Ophelia and Alex can hook up to the like the cables for the elevator and sort of rappel down. And
Yeah.
maybe with their drug enhanced abilities, the boys can have our help with that.
Yeah, you should all be able to, if rappelling down is what you want to do, you should all be able to do that without having to make a roll. But based on your explanation, it would also make sense that Ophelia and Alex would go first. Just to make sure that it's not just going to stop halfway down and like Dr. Dreyfus and Joseph are like, fuck, what do I do?
I got toothpick arms.
Okay. Does the flamethrower work again?
Seems to.
Hopefully.
Okay. Down we go.
Okay. Descending into the pit, you see bits of writing on the walls, weird text, ancient symbols. This temple is obviously, at least it was a temple before all this demolition. Seems to be incredibly old, which tracks with everything you know about what was going on in this place. The deeper into it you get, the more the symbols make less and less sense, and they're not even hieroglyphics. They're just weird, bizarre symbols in the wall. Dr. Dreyfus, weird thing for you is you've seen some of them before in that way that you see but don't see.
They're pinging the collective unconsciousness and
in ways that don't normally ping the collective unconscious. Something more ancient, something more like primitive.
is there kind of something in the depths of my psychoanalytic occultism background that I could get a bigger clue about it, like think about where I saw these from?
Well, fortunately, it's occultism that you're pulling from, and not like history or archaeology or something.
Right.
Pulling from occultism, these symbols, some of them, the ones that you're recognizing anyway, appear like symbols, like proto versions of symbols that various organizations or groups have used in the past, like a long time ago, like ancient societies of mystics and things that no longer exist, and there's no real record of what they did or where they came from. The kinds of stuff that like the people that believe in ancient aliens would pull from, right? These seem to be proto versions of that, so even older than those societies or those groups. Strikes you as probably the oldest markings in the occult world that could exist, but the occult groups specifically have tried to use some of these as their own things or have their own meanings. Potentially not even understanding what they really meant.
That's what I was getting the impression that they were appropriating them.
Yes.
Probably more appropriately is the word.
Yes, that kind of thing. Where you get the feeling that those groups that use them really didn't understand them.
Because as deep as I've gotten now, I don't understand them, and most of them really didn't get deep. So
Yes. You're pretty
Um,
deep. Like you if anyone understood them, someone like you would. But you don't even understand them.
well, I guess we're gonna learn today.
Real quick, do we have a sense of how far we are from like the temple proper? It's gonna be a long underground trek, or are we like seeing a door up ahead with light and chanting coming through it?
Well, you get to the floor that is still there, and you do see what appears to be another, like an entryway and stairwell that goes down. It appears as though the only thing that was destroyed was the first, like, layer of this underground temple. So there's definitely something below where you are now. One thing that stands out to you is that there's these long black vines coming up that stairwell, and they're stretching up the side. That was the other thing you saw while you were descending, was these black tendrils of vines that didn't go all the way up, but about halfway down or so you started to see like the ends of them, and they got thicker as you went. Getting down to the bottom where the stairwell is and where this platform is, there's these symbols all around you. It's a circle. It's a complete ring of like symbols and things, and there's the stairwell that seemed to have been going up, and then the stairwell that seems to be going down, and the one coming from the down is where these vines are. The floor also has these dark black vines stretched across it, but they're covered now and smashed in like ruins of the explosion and stuff, like big rocks and things fallen on them and crushed them. From the crushed parts, you find a strange white liquid, like a sap or a pus coming out of them.
How much does it look like milk?
It appears like the base ingredient that you might find in milk. Like it's been mixed or something, but yeah, it looks a lot like a thick sap version of milk.
I mean, I don't have the chemical equipment that I use to analyze, so I can't do it that deeply, but I guess based on what I looked at in the microscope, that's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good assumption.
Mhm.
Yeah, no concept of the size of this complex though.
No, you have no idea how much deeper it goes. You, okay, so you were all there when Mama Gigi talked about the last time they were in the temple.
Yes.
So you all have an understanding that from her explanation, there were 3 layers to this temple. Now, you're not sure which layer you're on. Presumably the second one, because the first one, very clearly the first one was blown up, right? So you're on the second layer, meaning that there's one more circular tier down below, because according to her, it was like the same built up. It didn't seem to be like a pyramid or something where it was the same size all the way down, like a weird cylinder dug into the ground.
I'll probably look over at the others and be like, I'm assuming we're going to lose reception any minute, probably as soon as we leave this hole here.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking 30 minutes, then they blow the bombs.
Not until we find the kids.
What if we die?
Yeah, we definitely need to give them a time. Yeah.
Give us 45.
45.
Yeah. That sounds... Yeah. We'll know in the next 20 or 30 minutes if we're making it out of here alive.
Cool. I just want to say, y'all are some hard motherfuckers, and I'm glad we met.
It's been a hell of a
Glad I didn't-
time.
I'm glad I didn't kill you, Joseph.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Sure seemed
Me
like
too.
it.
Sorry I hit you with a bottle.
not the worst thing I've been hit with, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on a lot of drugs that night too, so I mean, like, you know, like, bygones be bygones,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
if we get out of this alive, like,
Do more drugs.
do more drugs. Hell yeah, let's do
For
it.
sure. Let's go.
Let's
The-
go.
Do more drugs.
One thing I forgot to
Mhm.
mention: the elevator is on this floor, but it is completely damaged.
For sure.
Yep.
So we need to climb back out if we were gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Real quick, here's Mark and Lydia's number. So if one of you makes it back here, it needs to prevent the bombs from going off. You can do that. Okay, let's go.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
What, can I get a cheeky wits plus awareness to see if anyone's following us secretly?
And can I sneak on ahead, maybe 40 feet ahead of the group, just to be quiet?
You want a wits plus awareness to see if anyone is following you? Sure,
Mhm.
sure.
Maybe
Well,
also
we have a
see if Patty
disappeared
came
Patty.
down this way.
And
Yeah.
a whole host of enemies. That's not too many dice, but it's a few. 3 successes.
Okay. You don't see anything. All right. So Alex wanted to go on ahead.
That's 5 successes to slip ahead in the darkness.
Sure. It is very dark. You don't want to turn on a flashlight, obviously, because you're trying to be as stealthy as possible. So you trip a few times and stumble a few times along the way. You do manage to keep yourself as quiet as possible. Yes?
Night vision scope.
Ah, yes. You remembered that you had some night vision. Very good.
Mhm.
You trip and stumble once and then remember that you have night vision and put it on. You can see the vines. They're twisting and bending all over the staircase. This is a very old stone staircase.
Cool.
There's symbols on the walls, like I said before. They're hard. You can't read them because of the vines everywhere. But as you start to get closer to the bottom, you notice the vines kind of appear to be pulsing like a heartbeat as you get to the bottom. They're just doof, doof, doof,
Cool.
doof.
Hey guys, don't step on the vines. And I think I'll be far enough again ahead that they can use a flashlight,
Sure.
and I won't be illuminated or given away.
As you get this staircase like curves, slow curve around. It is, quiet for the most part, but when you get to the bottom, you can hear the sounds of some people talking. They're speaking in some language that you're not sure what it is. Only because you don't know a lot of languages there, Alex. But it's a language that is humanish, right? Like you've definitely heard it in movies or something before. It's not some bizarre language you've never heard before. You just don't know what they're saying. But it's 3 female voices, and you can also hear the sounds of sniffling and whining.
Okay. I'll go get a look.
Peek
Probably signal the others to hold.
Peeking around the doorway, looking into the room, you see 3 women. One is the scarred nun that you've seen before, the one who gave you the eye, as it were. The other one is a fairly well-dressed woman with glasses. I don't remember if you ever saw a picture of this person in your investigation, but there's a woman with glasses.
At the gallows, perhaps?
No.
Okay. Different person.
And then because I don't know if you would have seen them, but maybe someone else. And then The other person is this monstrous woman. She's a little bit taller. She has long fingers with sharp nails on the end. And her face is twisted and contorted in a strange way. She's incredibly thin, like she doesn't have a jaw, but there's these like dozens of very sharp pointed teeth inside of them.
Okay.
There is one child in the room. She has her clothes look like they've been torn a bit. Specifically, her sleeves have been torn off, and written on her are various symbols on her arms, her face, etc. They're in blood or ink. You can't tell because you have night vision.
Right. They don't know I'm here.
No, you got 5 successes.
Cool. And they're speaking, but I can't understand them.
Correct.
Going to very quietly hit speaker on my phone so it plays back to the rest of the group a ways behind me and hope that someone else can understand them.
You guys have headphones or something in? Someone on speakerphone up above?
We've done it before where someone's wearing, like, just had, an AirPod in.
Very
on a
good.
phone call.
Who's wearing the AirPod? Joseph?
Yeah, we'll say Joseph.
Okay. Joseph, whatever Alex is sending to you is a language. What is Joseph's upbringing again? Where did he go to school?
Went to high school, probably community college.
Okay. What kind of high school?
Very middle of the road. He seems like he took Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, it is
Doesn't
not.
remember a lot
It
of
is
it.
not Spanish.
Mhm.
But it's something that sounds like it could, like there's like Spanish maybe borrowed from it.
It's Dreyfus. Just stick it in his ear. He seems the guy.
Dreyfus strikes me as a person who's classically trained.
I mean, I would definitely have a certain level of Latin and Greek based on medical experience.
Yeah. You're not entirely sure because you're not super well versed in a dead language like that Latin is, but this is some form of Latin. Not sure what, but you can catch a few words here and there. The one of the speakers seems to be speaking a different form of Latin, a little bit closer to what you understand. Something a little bit more technical or medically oriented, as it were, but can have full conversations in the language.
What do we get? What do they say?
Well, they're discussing the fact that they're supposed to wait until the moonrise, which is not far off. The sun is low, and that's essentially what you can get out of it, is that they're supposed to wait till the moonrise.
Okay.
But they may not, because they heard some noises that are making at least one of them nervous.
Go back off speaker. How far behind are you guys?
How far behind are we, guys?
Yeah,
Like if we
stuck
kicked off
ahead.
combat, how long would it take for them to reach me?
If you started the combat right now, it might take them a round or two to get to you. They are using flashlights. They don't have night vision, but they have flashlights. You also realize you don't need night vision here. There are some torches lit around the walls. Old ancient torches that they got lighting again.
Okay.
It might take a round or two if you started. You could also wait a little bit for them to catch up to you.
I'm going to move out of the staircase and try and find a dark corner away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the further into the room I can get, like, if they turn to face a noise on the stairs, I want to be, like, in their periphery or even out of it.
Sure. There's not a lot to hide behind. There's not. Oh, wait, I take that back. There are 5 statues here that have been destroyed and damaged, but they would still have, like, bases. So there are 5 things. I'm remembering something I had forgotten. There are 5
Perfect.
bases here, so you can make a stealth roll to get behind them or one of them.
Can't just use the same one?
No.
Okay.
Slightly different situation as before.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, my friend.
Let me see here.
Hmm.
Not bad.
All right.
5.
That would be 5. I'm going to do one thing, but only one.
Yeah, there's nothing I can throw on that. I could willpower, but I've only got 2 left, so.
You are good.
One hit over.
You're good. Yeah, like the one that has the weird gaunt face with the sharp teeth seems to look around, but then goes back to talking to the others, seemingly not perturbed by anything.
Cool. I text 3 femme hostiles. Attack when ready.
I suppose we will try and move quiet forwardly until we can see them.
Okay. So you get to the bottom of the stairs. You have the torchlight around the room. You can see these 3 women that I described before. The scarred nun, someone wearing a doctor's outfit. Oh, Joseph. You searched the files and records for Barons and Lancaster. You specifically looked up a particular record, I believe. I would assume that you would have seen the on-file image for her ID card for Dr. Aurora Davide. And so you can recognize the woman in glasses as this person.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Oh, I freak out now.
There's also the gaunt woman with the fingernails and long fingers. Her face all kinds of weird with these razor sharp teeth in her mouth. Ophelia, however, there's one other person in the room, and you can see your niece standing between all 3 of these women. She has what appears to be red markings painted on her skin in various places. They've tore her clothes so that her arms are exposed. There's marks on her arms. There's marks on her face. Based on what you found in the basement of Purity Meadows, you assume that she probably has some of these marks on her chest and stomach. But that's the situation you find your niece in.
How far away are we from these women?
They are medium range from you. It's a fairly big room. The other side would be far away. It'd be a long range type thing, but they're in the middle of the room. They're standing on a sort of raised platform that looks like there's a smaller platform on it where a sacrifice was probably made at some point in time based on the amount of like blood and gore that seems to be stained around it. She's not on the platform yet, but you get the distinct feeling that they might place her there soon.
Okay.
The tendrils of black vines are coming out from underneath this platform, like up through the rock underneath the platform.
We're gonna have to get rid of these women. I'm gonna shoot a quick text to Alex, say prepare for an attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ready my rifle. And while I still have the advantage of them not seeing us, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, Molotovs again. Let's I see everyone getting
No,
ready
not
for
the
violence.
Molotovs. There's a child.
Oh, it's a child. I
There's
was
a
just focusing
child.
on the woman. You're right.
Joseph's
That is an area of
willingness-
effect attack. No,
Joseph-
the
Christ.
children are definitely his
Joseph
limit.
wants to kill children.
I just want to kill all the monsters.
I'm gonna say that
Fucking
Alex is
children.
prepped to, as soon as things pop off,
Mm-hmm.
slip up behind them, grab the kid, and run.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. Just checking out something. Cool beans. All right. Okay, Ophelia.
Okay.
Where did my notebook go?
I'll be right back.
I legitimately lost my notebook.
Oh. And that-
In the oh, I know where it's at. Why is my sheet sticking up right where I need it? Because the notebook is underneath it. That's why. All right. So you're gonna shoot. Which one are you shooting at?
The one that might be closest to Nice.
They're all equidistant.
Okay. Then probably shark teeth.
Shark teeth. Okay. Just writing down who they are. All right. You're gonna shoot at shark teeth.
Yep.
All right. You aim and fire your gun. Do
Yep.
that for me.
Okay. I get to add my desperation. Oh wait, I used the wrong wrong
I
bot.
was, the suspense is killing me. Like, why is it popping up?
It's because I'm I'm using the wrong boy. Sorry.
Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
Hold on a minute. I just wanna. Okay, 11. And that's a +4 on with that rifle.
Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, all right, so that is going to hit her pretty damn hard. Your shot rings out, echoes through this chamber. It's very loud, echoing through the chamber, and you do a lot of damage to her. Okay. Do 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 do.
Don't fuck with me. I'm on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You do some damage to her. It certainly hurts her. She goes tumbling off the dais. But then you hear this growl that comes from her. The others move, and the one with the lab coat pulls a large rifle out of her pocket. No idea how that happened. Certainly could not have fit in her pocket. But she pulls it out, and she starts to move behind one of the stones. She's going to shoot at you, the people in the doorway. So she's going to just shoot probably at Ophelia, as Ophelia's standing there with a rifle.
I get a chance to dodge out of this because you see her pulling out the giant.
She takes a moment to pull it out, so you do get a chance to dodge. But in normal terms, you would not get a chance to dodge. So
Yes.
that one. She has 8 successes.
Oof. That's okay. I've got my jacket.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. Oof.
All right.
Seems like a good time for a will.
Does seem like a good time for Will.
And that includes the 3 extra from your mask.
Oh no, I forgot to add those 3.
Fine.
gonna say.
Roll them.
6 seems low.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, that actually comes
8.
out to 8. So, because she was pulling this weapon out of her pocket, you had a chance to move from where you were. So the bullet that fired from her gun as she's moving toward the statues strikes the wall where you were standing, would have hit you, but missed because you moved as well in a tactical movement type situation. The other person grabs the child. The nun grabs the child and pulls the child to her chest.
I think she needs to contest me on that because my move when shots went off was to grab the child.
You wouldn't have been able to without running over to her.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, then you can make your athletics roll to run to her, and then we'll have some contestedness.
Cool. This is athletics without my bow.
Mm-hmm. Without the bow.
I mean, I could just shoot her, but
You could.
honestly, yeah. Them dead means they're not a threat to the kid. And even if she's like using the kid as a shield on her front, I'm coming at her from the side. So on not terrible. 7.
One second.
Do I get any advantage because I'm in an unexpected position, or does she get like a
She's going to get some
penalty
negative
to her?
dice. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet?
That means that she is going to roll that many. Actually, you got 7?
Yeah.
Nah, you hit her.
Okay.
With 2 over. So it's going to be 2 plus your damage from your arrow. 5.
5 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
She takes 5. She takes 5 from the arrow that slashes into her side. That would be, in her case, accurate damage for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Ouch.
I
So
do
she
get the impression she might be human, mostly.
she goes tumbling. Let's see if she can grab the kid to pull her down with her as she goes. I'm just gonna do this real fast. She only gets this many dice though, which is not very many. Eesh. Not quite enough to pull the kid down.
Yes.
Yeah. So she goes tumbling off the dice, leaving the kid by themselves. She's up there by herself because the one ran, the other fell, the other got shot. So the kid is by themselves. And I go to Joseph and Dreyfus.
All right. I guess I'll just shoot the pistol at one of them. Who looks like they would be? Who would I have like the safest shot at?
Well, you're not sure if one of them's even still alive. They went down. Another one just tumbled off the dice with an arrow. That's pretty lethal, but you're also not sure about that one. There's one that has run behind a pillar, so you'd have to maneuver, but you could maneuver and shoot at her. She is in the
I'll give
pillar
that a
that's directly
shot.
in front of you, so yeah, you can do some
Yeah.
weirdness. It's not a full 6 foot tall pillar or anything. It's only a couple feet tall because it got blown up at some point in time. So it's not
Right.
full on hide. You could try to do some shoot over or something, for sure.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, that misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. What about Joseph?
Joseph, is just gonna book it down over to where the kid is to to make sure there's no like active bleeding wounds or
Are you gonna try to do it
dark magic aura.
as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an athletics roll for me to see if you can get there in this
Sure.
one round.
Is that stamina?
Stamina and athletics, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You do get a +1 from stamina for the Coke.
And a +3 to athletics from your.
I
Coke.
used that in the wrong scene,
Oh.
unfortunately.
He used up his Coke.
I wanted to burn the garden. I rolled the wrong kind of dice, but I still got 2 successes.
Okay, that's fine. It's not incredibly difficult to run across the room. So you make it to the dais to the kid, who has no idea who this scraggly looking guy is. But
Hey, everything's gonna be okay. Did they hurt you?
that's all she can say. She has no idea what's going on. Very good. All right. So back to Ophelia. I'm going to put you at the front because you fired first.
Okay. All right. I see that Joseph has my niece.
Because you guys are there's some
Okay.
shooting people, and then we've got Joseph. So that's how it's going to go
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to close the gap a little bit more. I'm gonna run up. Shark Tooth lady, still up, down? What's her deal looking like?
You're going to go toward her?
Not towards her, but I'm going to like close that distance a little bit more. I just kind of want to know: is she on the ground? Is she
She
still up?
was on the ground, but you don't know where she went. She's not there now.
Got it. All right. Woman who's shooting at me, still trying to.
Yep, she's ducking. She's using a pillar for cover, but she is still trying to shoot at you. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I think then I'm going to run up to close the distance between her and I. Am I allowed to like angle myself to where I can like cut her off at the pillar so it's not like between us but kind of like off to the side?
Yes, that's kind of what
Okay.
Dreyfus was doing.
Yeah. Then I'm going to do that and I'm going to shoot her.
Okay, she's gonna shoot back.
Okay. This is going to be fun and fresh for both of us. Let's go. Mhm.
Damn.
And then
Okay, that's gonna be mine then. But you did better in this opposed gunfight. You did better by 4.
yes.
Ouch. It hits her. It seems to knock her back. It doesn't seem to kill her. You get the distinct feeling that she's wearing some kind of vest underneath her clothes.
Mhm.
Presumably because she thought there would be a gunfight. But she gets knocked backwards. I mean, she took a decent amount of damage just now.
Yep.
Very good.
Does my niece see me at this point?
At this point, yes, your niece can see you. Okay, the one that had the arrow in her, she
Sister Angelique, if I'm not mistaken.
Sister Mary Helen Angelique.
Yeah.
There's some kind of moment, and all of you get a very strange feeling. Dr. Dreyfus, your spidey senses are tingling a lot now.
Uh-oh.
Do you wanna make a the sense the unnatural thing at this point?
I would love to do that. So, let's see, Hunter and 6 and desperation of 5. I'm guessing it's
Yep.
within my wheelhouse.
Yep.
8 successes.
All right.
Mm.
That is a significant number of successes, and you are very precise about it. Okay. Now that you've taken a moment to sort of sense the room as shit starts happening, and it's very weird, you understand now that all three of these women are supernatural. And one of them is manipulating reality as we speak. And you are not sure exactly how it's done or what, but her wound heals in front of you all, and it heals.
Am I able to? I mean, it doesn't quite work that way, but
I think I see what you're saying.
can I
Yes.
try to repel the unnatural when I see that? Not necessarily.
Which are the repels?
While-
Repel, right? Let's hold on one second.
I have repel and thwart, but thwart is like a resistance to me getting anything.
Yes.
Repel makes them scared and run away, but
So
maybe that'll get in the way of that healing.
Hold on one second. Will point receive that can't. So they can't use their abilities on you. Is that right?
That's for
That's thwart.
Repel makes them let's see.
Cannot move closer or get into melee or brawl.
Yes, and is held at bay. They can still defend themselves and use other powers. Okay, yeah, it won't affect them. Never mind. I'm gonna hold on to that then. But
yeah, I'm not sure that you can stop them from using their power.
No, nothing I have can do that. So
though
All
it
right.
would be interesting if something like the ward could do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Which makes sense. If they're inside of your ward and they can't use their powers, right? That would make sense. But that is not how that works.
Well,
okay.
I don't think I don't have the distance one yet. So
Right, that'd be the ward.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. Very good. Okay. Yeah, you're not able to stop her from doing it, but she will try. But do. I need the WAD dice. How do I get the WAD dice on here? I just have dice general. Is that what it is?
Dice Hunter.
Is it going to be Dice Hunter? Even though I
Or
wanted.
just slash dice will give you
oh.
vampire rules. It doesn't really. They're mostly the same unless there's a secondary resource to roll.
Well, it's not quite vampire, but it's not quite hunter either. So let's see what's going on here.
As long as you don't add hunger, it won't mess with anything.
She has how much in this? Okay, cool. All right. How much damage did you do to her there, Alex? I forget. Was it? Oh, wait, I wrote it down. Never mind.
It was 5.
5. Yeah, very good. Her wound heals entirely.
Shit. My turn?
Yes. She tries to move behind a pillar. But it is your turn.
Cool. First of all, can I roll like an occult to see if I understand what just happened? And would that be my turn if I do?
You could attempt to take some time. It would be your turn, I think, if you were to like sit there and think about what the hell just happened and try to parse it together. This is kind of outside of occult anyway. It might help you. Yeah, it might help you. You could try it if you wanted to.
I did because I studied that book and the spell that was
right.
supposed to
Yep.
work this
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
I took a that specialization at the beginning of this session.
Yep.
Is specifically about dark magic.
Yep, that's fine. You could, if you wanted to, spend your turn to try to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. I am going to do that. And I'm also going to do it for a slightly Munchkin-y game reason. And that's because if these are what I think they are, then knowing that they're doing magical stuff is bad for them. Six hits.
Yeah, man. Mages be whack.
Cool.
Mages be whack,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm gonna call out that at least these two. The nun and the suit are mages.
Fucking Catholics, man.
Wait, is this God's thing? I don't know what to think anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Unless I can do one other thing, like an interaction.
What would the interaction be? And we'll tell you if you can do it
It
or
would
not.
be, probably tossing that. So, Mama Gigi gave me one of those anti-monster grenades,
Mm-hmm.
and I would throw it to Joseph,
Okay.
so he
I'll-
can just set it off and be safer.
I'll allow it. I will allow it. Dr. Dreyfus, you were also shooting, so it will be your turn.
Yes. I am. Yeah. Dice Hunter. 4. 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. That will also miss.
All right.
Yeah. Shooting at someone who's kind of hard to hit. All right. Joseph, you catch this thing. And I'm going to give you a chance to do a thing before something happens. So you catch this thing that Alex tossed to you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to follow Mama Gigi's instructions to set it off, because to my understanding, they only hurt supernaturals.
Mm-hmm. It's like a supernatural flashbang and stuff.
So I'm gonna do that, and if it appears to work, I'm gonna grab the child and sprint away from the mages.
Okay. Where are you? You're going to center it on yourself?
I'm just gonna, as soon as it hits my hand, I'm gonna activate it.
Okay. So now we're going to have this opposed moment where you go to activate this. So, off the ceiling falls the lady with the claws as she tries to tackle you into a melee situation as you are trying to light this thing. So we're going to have
Hey,
an opposed
folks, not good.
brawl situation between you and I.
What attribute?
It will be strengthless brawl because she's trying to tackle you.
You got
Oh.
+1 strength from drugs.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You're also wearing body armor, so this shouldn't kill you.
Shouldn't and won't, my friend. Shouldn't and won't. Not quite the same. Well, you got it.
It's not much. I mean,
Yeah,
you're only
yeah.
taking 4 ag, which would be
Reduced.
reduced to 4 superficial. Well, I guess so it becomes 4
And then half,
superficial and then
so
half. I
2
guess
soup?
2 superficial.
Okay, could be worse.
Yep, could be worse. But you are now kind of in this weird tangle of bodies. Make a I guess it would be Dex and Athletics to stay on the dais. As
Oh,
you
fuck.
get barreled into.
Yeah, that's 4 dice. Oh, I messed it up again. 2 successes.
2 successes, that's fine. I mean, they're similar.
I'm too used to using it in a different server.
2 successes. You can stay on the dice if you would like.
The alternative is like falling into a pit, right?
The alternative is falling onto the ground about a foot below.
But being further away from the kid.
Yeah, stay on the dice.
Then that's where you shall be.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So now we have an ongoing melee, which would resolve before the firing. So Joseph and the person that came out of nowhere, Joseph, it's an ongoing melee.
Just, can I make the bag work? I guess we have to keep trying until I do better than her.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, activation instructions were throw it on the ground.
Yeah, but she's
Can
wrestling
I-
with him.
I was gonna say, could I forgo trying to defend myself, in exchange to just activating this thing?
Yes, you can forego defending yourself.
Bye bye.
Okay. All right, Joseph. It's good knowing you, buddy.
Fucking move.
Someone get the bagpipes out.
Can we get an F in the
Oh,
chat?
of course, she was a little bit better on this one. I guess I'm not dead if the flak jacket keeps working. I don't know what the rules on that are.
Yes, but she was kicking you off the dais. So you throw the thing, right? And you drop it hits the ground, it does what it's supposed to do. It goes off. But you get thrown away from the kid because you weren't actually holding the kid.
Yeah.
So you get like Spartan kicked off the dais. And you will take then 2 superficial
Yeah.
from being Spartan kicked.
Oh.
But this thing goes off. It causes her to wince in pain. She's between everyone and the kid.
Shoot
But
this bitch!
it's Ophelia's turn.
I shoot that bitch.
Let's go.
She's far too close to my niece. Far too close for my comfort. All right.
Oh my
Damn.
god, Ophelia! Jesus Christ!
13.
Holy
Lucky 13.
Shastas. Okay.
+4.
Oh!
Oh wow.
Bye bye head.
Okay, so
Dude, the dice are with us today.
yeah. Okay.
What was her dodge?
So that would
Oh no, guns.
It's guns, yeah. Okay, so this time your shot goes flying through the air, and there's like this moment where you're worried that you might have missed, but the bullet penetrates just kind of below her shin, and because you were firing at an upward angle, being that she was above and at a distance and a dais, it goes out the back of her head near the top, and it leaves this hole in it as she goes tumbling backwards. She does slam your niece into that little raised portion that they were going to potentially put her on, but then she goes tumbling off to the side, and this time when she hits the ground, she does not seem to move or scurry or skitter away. Because holy frig, man, even if she halved any of that, like, still way too much. Okay, so she goes down, and it's
Okay.
Alex's turn.
Cool. I'm again gonna do a thing and maybe a small thing.
Okay.
Which is I'm gonna leap onto the dais, pick the kid up, and then with like whatever I've got on hand, I'm just gonna wipe away any blood that might have spilled from her when she got slammed into the dais.
From the vampire.
From when she got
I'll allow it.
just like nope.
Just
And
Wipe
then
the kid off. Yeah.
if I can take cover behind that platform from the other two, that'll be my turn.
Okay, I will accept that as a tactical movement. Absolutely.
Cool.
Trying to get the kid out of the danger.
Yeah.
Alex sacrificing herself to be the meat shield over the kid. Dr. Dreyfus,
Hopefully
you were
not. We'll see.
you were also shooting. There's a lady who seems to be fine now. And then one who is also shooting.
I'm gonna shoot at the one that's shooting.
Okay. She's going to shoot back.
Only one success.
I got 5. So that would be was a 4, 8 aggravated damage, but you're wearing a jacket that turns that into 2 superficial.
Still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can cook us up a good breakfast, and it'll be better like tomorrow.
But Dreyfus just got hit in the chest like with a baseball bat feel, right? Like you just got shot in your armor.
Yeah. So you said what? 4 superficial?
It's 2 superficial.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm
Then
not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that Dreyfus is unconscious or anything. I'm just saying that Dreyfus just got knocked real hard in the chest.
No,
Right.
I am physically impaired now.
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh.
both. That's unfortunate.
I'm
Ooh.
I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't even want this damn vest in the first place.
Well,
I mean, I'm glad I had it.
Yeah.
but, you know.
It keeps the bullets out of your pancreas.
like I said, you'll thank me later.
Okay. So the one is going to okay. She's gonna do a thing.
Oh,
And
God.
that thing is likely going to destroy her. But she's gonna do it anyway.
Oh, is she gonna try and race Dan?
She is going to move her hand in the air. And you've seen this thing before once. A weird shimmer in the air appears, and there is something on the other side. You can see kind of a city or something beyond. But as she does that, she reaches through and pulls a person out. They are older younger than Dreyfus, but older than the rest of you. Fairly strong looking. But then, yes, she seems to kind of eviscerate into nothing in the process of doing that.
You failed
there's
their paradox.
there's just this blast of light, and all of you feel that unworldly weirdness. And then standing in front of you as this person takes form is Stanson Barons.
All right, round
fuck.
2, motherfucker.
Flamethrower time.
And he just
Cool.
looks at all of you in the brief moment he has and says, "Ah, so you killed me." And that's all he says before he then moves behind a pillar. And now we will go back to the top. All right, there's no ongoing melee. No ongoing melee. This person has eviscerated into nothingness. And then that leaves Alex hiding with the kid. Joseph, who's on the ground but can get up and do things. Okay, so I guess we jump to Ophelia, who's currently in a gunfight.
Yep.
Ophelia and Dreyfus.
Yep. All right. I'm going to continue doing what I do best.
Mm-hmm.
I cast my finest magic spell, gun.
Mm-hmm. The magic spell of gun. Yes.
You say that, but that's exactly what that other person cast.
Yes.
Yes. In fact.
And I'm just gonna roll again. Hope that my good luck keeps going.
She doesn't have time to do anything else, unfortunately, so she's going to have to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got 5.
Okay.
Fuck her up.
Okay.
I got 6.
Ooh!
I'm
Plus
gonna reroll some of
4.
those.
Yeah, you should do that.
There
There
we
you go.
That'll do.
8 successes.
All right. So that would be 3 over hers plus 4 from your gun, right?
Yep.
which becomes the 3. Okay. Yeah, so that knocks her back again. She's clearly winded. She is impaired. She's not doing so super hot at this point. She has taken... Oh, she's bleeding, now that I'm tracking these numbers correctly. She is bleeding. Your shot managed to puncture something. So she is, like, not doing very good at all.
Jess, I'd like to do one more thing. Is she like on the ground now?
No, she was knocked back against the pillar. She's still standing, but she's coughing blood.
Okay. All right. Then that is my turn.
Drivers, what do you want to do?
Shooter, good. Drivers, you've got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 extra die because of her new positioning directly in front of you.
Okay. That's good because I have 2 less because I am now impaired.
Are you better at throwing? Yeah, never mind.
2 successes.
I will call that a hit.
Nice.
All right. So that's what is
That
the
kill.
pistol?
I believe it's 2.
Plus 2.
Yeah. So what is that? +3 or +2 damage?
It's a +2.
Yeah,
for
so...
purple.
No, I'm talking about overall. I don't know what my...
Oh, so you had 2 successes, right? So then you had 2, so 4
Yeah.
total damage that you did.
Oh, 4 total. Okay.
Yep. Yep. 4 would be even at supervision, which goes to... Okay, yeah. So, Dreyfus, your shot gets her just right. So she got knocked back against the pillar, and your shot from the other side hits her somewhere between the gaps in whatever vest she's wearing, and she just falls to the ground with, like, she gets thrown to the ground by your shot. Like blood just coughing out of her mouth as she goes down. She's wheezing, but she's essentially out of the count.
Excellent. I kind of
yeah.
look very surprised at myself. Like, I did that.
Nice job, Doc.
Hell yeah.
Keep that streak going.
All
All
right.
Stanton's still here.
Yeah, I've got Alex and Joseph now. Why don't we go? Why don't we go to Joseph? Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw her get vanish into light and materialize a vampire, and all of my ribs all have cracks in them. I saw that the kid has been moved, so I'm gonna try and get away from the vampire.
Okay. Just spider or crab crawl backwards toward the staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, try and get up it. Go fast.
Alex.
Fast, you know. Sorry, I can't turn it off sometimes. I apologize.
I think I want to hand the kid to Joseph.
Okay. You want to pass the kid off to Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay, you pass the kid off to Joseph. Joseph, you're trying to scramble backwards, and Alex is suddenly next to you and is like, "Take the kid!"
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get the kid as far up as I can, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because that lets me.
Mhm.
Bo takes 2 hands.
Okay.
Fair.
It does free you
And
up
I'm
for
going
that.
to.
You don't have a very
I'm-
good shot at this point, but you can hold until he shows himself, right? You know which pillar he's behind, because
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was like, "I'm gonna sneak." Yeah. I mean, unless he can vanish and appear other places, which maybe he can. You don't know.
Actually, I think I'll mention that. I'll be like, Joseph, don't go far. And then train my bow on it. Like, it's over, Stanton. We're pretty freaking close.
The ground begins to rumble underneath all of you.
What the fuck?
And the pulsing tendrils begin to pulse more. The dais lifts up, and more of them start to come out. They reach for all of you. I'm going to make a brawl roll, and we're going to see. You're all going to make opposed to not get caught. So unless you want to get caught, it's fine if you want to get caught. That's totally fine with me. But we'll do some dex and athletic rolls to not get grabbed.
All right.
They rolled that many dice, which is not very many.
Dex,
Well, it's 5.
Oh my god.
Now,
Holy
I-
shit!
the
Dr.
dichotomy
Martin
of man.
fucking makes it.
Awesome. Not level with me here. Should I be impaired to dodge this?
No, just dodge. Okay.
No, I'm.
Did you get an advantage because you're further away?
No, the tendrils are all over the place. He would not have
Okay.
an advantage for being farther away.
I'm gonna save my last willpower for something else and just have 0 successes.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Everyone
so
else is good.
Joseph gets grabbed by the tendrils. Everyone else is fine, apparently. From these things. Joseph,
Mhm.
as the tendrils grab you, the like tip point of this weird tendril shoves directly into your chest, and you can feel it start to drain you of like blood, life. You're not sure, but you are like, oh shit! You will take one
That's not healthy.
superficial damage.
Mhm.
Actually, do 1 aggravated damage. Actually, now that I think about it, this will be 1 aggravated damage.
Jesus.
As it pierces
No.
through your armor.
No,
Hey, we're being
does
raided.
it's not rolling over, so never mind. I am now impaired with 1 ag and 4 superficial.
We're being raided by
Alright.
the XP Guild. Hello, XP Guild, everyone.
Hello.
You're at the tail end
Hello.
of the
Welcome.
boss fight of this campaign, as a matter of fact.
I just got stabbed in the heart.
And his life is being
Ish.
sucked away.
On God.
Danton Lancaster and his horrible tentacled god versus the 4 of us coked up nut jobs.
Mm-hmm.
The coke is like Joseph is still conscious, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the cook.
Yeah.
All right, she's
Listen,
dead.
we already said that the whole like theme of this campaign has been Coke
Drug-
solves everything.
Yeah, drugs are good.
Drugs are great.
Got it, kids?
All right.
All right.
So what do the rest of you want to do?
Did I get a shot on Stanton?
He did not move. Just the tentacles came out.
Mm.
You're gonna have to move if you want to get a
Okay.
shot on him.
How kooky.
So the dais raised up and more tentacles came out.
Yes.
It's down there. The heart of this thing is down there. I hate that I'm even
If there aren't
considering
any
it,
more
but
kids,
can
we
I
should
get
just
down
blow it
there?
up.
Yes, because the tentacles just pushed the dais up to come out, there's now a gap in the stone where the dais was lifted and moved. There's just tentacles coming out. You could climb to the center or slide to the center. They're also kind of slick with slime. White, sappy pus.
And Ophelia has the flamethrower right now.
I do. I can go. You focus on getting him and him. She points up to Joseph.
Cool.
Let me go.
I'm gonna. Shit, no, you've got the axe. You can cut Joseph free.
Mm-hmm.
I take
I'll
my
try
axe
to
and I throw
wrestle
it on the
Joker.
ground.
I'll try to wrestle Joseph free.
Okay.
Alright. And I take my axe. I'm gonna toss it on the ground for her to pick up.
You might need that, but okay.
I've got other things. Don't worry.
Can I
I'm a
fight
wa-
Joseph?
I am a walking arsenal, ma'am.
Can I get Joseph free?
All right,
What
you're
do I
going to try
roll
to
for that?
wrestle him free, so that would be, what, a strengthless brawl? Try to yank this thing out of his chest?
Strength plus brawl?
Yeah.
No, I'm terrible at that. Can I see Stanton?
You can see part of Stanton, yes.
Fuck.
It would be a shot. I would minus probably 2 dice from you because of the angle. But you could take the shot.
I'm gonna take the shot at him real quick.
Okay.
Let's slow his ass down.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not terrible. 7 successes.
What is his shit? What is his? Sorry, hold on a second. There he is. Stats on him. Oh, that's not very good. All right, go. All right, you got 4 hits on him.
Cool. 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, that becomes that much damage. Very good. Okay, you get him. Grazes, it hits his shoulder. Once again, he doesn't seem to be affected by it, but you know that it clearly does because you have killed him once before. In fact, you still have his head somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add that to your inventory.
All right, Dr. Dreyfus,
yeah.
I'm going to ask you what you want to do in all of this mayhem and craziness.
I guess. How good of a do I have a shot at Stanton?
You do, in fact, have a shot at him.
Then I am gonna take that shot.
Okay.
That is.
Just get a 2 or more successes.
Yeah. Miss.
Missed. All right, you fire your gun. The bullet goes wide. Stanton sort of does that thing where he ducks his head a little bit, right? Pings off the pillar right next to where it would be. Thing you see in like action movies where the bad guys stand there and like the bullets just miss them a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Ophelia, you're sliding down the tentacle hole.
Is that what you're doing?
I've
Going
seen
for
that
it?
one.
Yeah, but can we not
my
say it like
favorite.
that next time?
Come on, guys. Climax. Let's do this.
You
Finish
I
the
need an
season.
adult. I
You-
need an adult.
you go down the hole in the rocks that was made by the tentacles. I won't call it the tentacle hole because you don't want that sound. So you go down the hole that was made in the rocks by the tentacles.
Mhm.
You try to climb, like you try to go down gracefully, but you slip on the slickness of it all, and you slide to the bottom.
With slippery tentacles.
Yes, they're slimy. As you get to the bottom, you find yourself in some kind of basement that you know is not supposed to be there. This temple was not built with this basement in it. But at the very bottom, what you see is a person. And they're laying at the bottom. The tentacles are emanating from this person, but like in a way that makes it feel like they're going through him. He's a fairly large male. Looks like he's still alive, but he certainly should not be with all of these tentacles coming out through him. But like I said, they don't feel like they're emanating from him. Like you don't find like the roots of the tentacles, as it were. They're passing through him, but he's laying on the rock. So somehow, somewhere, some way, these things are passing through him, but not in any sense that you can tell.
Okay. And is he like the only one that's in this like room that I can?
Yeah,
see?
it's just a little pit in the ground. It's not even a whole room.
And he's like conscious. Or is he like asleep?
He's unconscious, but he is
Unconscious.
breathing.
Okay. I mean, he's got to be the heart of it then. Okay. Then I'm going to hold on my weapons. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it. So I've got a knife on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to first of all, I'm gonna kind of like poke him with the tip of the knife and see what's going on. And then if not, no reaction, no reaction, no nothing. I'm just gonna try to like very, very slowly like slide it into him, but still keeping like a bit like alert while I'm doing that. Make sure that the sacrifice was not in vain. God forbid I got the wrong guy. I got no dots in occult, no dots in investigation, no nothing. My whole thing is I hit things with sticks. I don't know what you all want from me. But yeah, I'm gonna
You can do that. I'm not gonna stop you. What I want you to do is make a willpower roll though for me.
Okay. I'm gonna assume it's my unspent.
Your unspent willpower.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Five.
5 successes.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
have 5 unspent willpower?
Yeah. I don't use my willpower a whole lot.
Oh, I guess you probably have 4 composure because firearm. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Mm-hmm. So this feels wrong. Like it's right morally, right? This person appears to be the heart of whatever the frickin' frack is going on in this place.
what
Um,
the frack is going on.
Yeah, whatever weird monstery business you've been thrown into for the last 3 days, this person appears to be the heart of it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's an unconscious man that doesn't seem to be consciously controlling anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels bad as you're doing it, but you have enough willpower that you don't lose any kind of composure. You don't feel like you've just murdered somebody because you tell yourself, no, this is the right thing. This is the right thing.
And then I slide in the knife.
Okay. As you do, there is a horrendous squeal that seems to come from the tentacles. Joseph, the tentacle that's in your chest retracts. It pulls out. And the tentacles seem to rush backwards, like they're pulling into the hole in the ground. Ophelia, you're quickly realizing that the tentacles are coming down and enveloping this space that you're in. I will give you one chance to make an athletics roll to see if you can get out before you get completely covered in this.
Okay. Dex athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I try to help?
Are you going to chase the
Throw an
tentacles? Yeah, if you're going to chase the tentacles and throw down an arm, then I will allow
Absolutely.
it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Chase the tentacles, throw down an arm. 1 dice or 2? How many dice are you rolling with? Probably.
12.
Me?
Yeah, I know, Ophelia.
I'm still coked up and everything, so I'm rolling with 9.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give you 1 more die for Alex
Okay.
trying to reach down and catch you.
Okay. I assume I don't add my desperation to this, right?
It seems pretty desperate, but at the same time is not a direct attack.
Yeah, fair.
All right, then.
7.
Grasping onto Alex's hand, you're able to scramble back out of this hole where all the tentacles are retracting. And they seem to be, in a weird way, disappearing into the person. Like they're retracting into the person. But there's no way that mass, right, could have all gone into that person. So they're going somewhere, but there's definitely just solid rock under that person. As that happens, Dreyfus, You're seeing all this happen, and Stanton comes out from behind the pillar and is going to try to hit you with a fist.
Okay. Um.
Good night, sweet prince.
Oof. What is that to not be hit?
Dex plus athletics.
Discs plus
Plus your drugs.
plus the drugs.
Yep.
Total
And minus
defense
my
for an
impairment.
extra.
Yep.
He gets 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. So he hits you for 2. Actually, no. Sorry, hold on. It is 5 superficial that he hits you for.
That is, I believe, enough to potentially kill me. Here's the thing about damage. Okay, so it turns into aggravated
Mm-hmm.
aggravated health damage. Yes, I believe I am dying.
Yeah.
Because I am.
So how much health do you have? Right, and it was all full.
I had 3 superficial damage,
Uh-huh.
and that was my cap. So the 5 damage is all aggravated. So I am like 2 past my
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Great.
I am old and frail.
Yep.
I thought your minimum stamina health should be 1 plus 3. You shouldn't have 3 health boxes.
Or did I take damage? Oh, maybe I had 4. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have
okay,
had
I
4. All right.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, either way it
yeah.
doesn't. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So you are really hurt. You there's a snapping and crunching as he slams his fist into you. As your frail body takes this damage from his punch.
Was any of it supernatural?
Yes, some of it was. Oh shit! You can block some of that.
Yes.
Okay.
I would.
Oh.
I guess if he was
Half
coming
damage
at
from
me,
supernatural?
I would attempt to repel him.
Okay, make the attempt.
So-
We'll see if he actually hit you.
So it'll be Or I guess I resist it with. Yeah. So.
Yeah, repel. Let's see if you repel him.
Oh, this could be
And-
huge.
Is this impaired too? Is this a
I don't think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
This is your supernatural power here.
3 successes.
All right. And he had
Out of willpower for that?
that's enough though for a success on you.
okay.
He doesn't have any. But that's still a
Yeah.
success, right? Is it 3 or 4 that you have to do to repel somebody?
Repel the supernatural.
Difficulty set by the storyteller.
Default is half the value of the creature's composure plus resolve.
Oh, composure
Or-
plus resolve. Okay. So half
So
half
half-
of that. Yeah, you succeeded.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
you're already dead.
Yeah.
You're
So his
just-
his fist is coming at you and then he just stops, just can't move forward towards you. Just
No.
stuck there.
You're already dead. You just don't know it.
What do you want to die a third time?
Yeah.
That's
like
right.
He says, "You can try to kill me, but as you can see, I have ways of coming back."
Not anymore, lol.
you can strike me down, but in death, I will just be part of the collective unconsciousness. and you won't win.
All right, Joseph, you are free,
Oh, yeah.
and you have a kid.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a second to bleed to death, and then I'm going to direct the child to run up ahead of me, away from the monsters and the tentacles.
I mean, you're not dead
because-
yet.
No, but I'm not feeling great.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm physically impaired.
Joseph is
with
being
one act.
dramatic. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, of course. I send her up. I'll try and follow her, but I want to make sure she gets some distance so that if something comes back for me again, she's well out of the way.
Got it.
Mhm.
That's fair. That's fair. There are no more tentacles or anything stretching across the stairs to stop the progress forward. So she just runs up the stairs as kids do, when they're running upstairs. So she's gonna trip and fall and tumble, but then like on all fours continue going up the stairs, like that kind of thing. Alex and Ophelia, I'm coming back to the two of you now. You've come out of the hole. There's no more tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you
I'm
start to
gonna-
hear some explosions.
Ah, fuck.
I said 45. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna pop back to a knee, pull my bow, look at Stanton, and say, "Your god is dead. Join him," and hit him.
Nice.
All right, let's see what happens.
And I'm going to blicky him. I'm gonna blicky him.
Blicky him!
I'm gonna blicky him.
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower to reroll. Wow, holy shit!
Rough.
0 extra hits on that reroll, so that's 4.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
am
Ophelia, are you
probably
gonna shoot?
distracted by the
I'm gonna
descendant
shoot.
building.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
The fact that your friends fired a little early, it seems.
Let's go, Ophelia.
Have,
Let's
fucking
go.
Words with your friends.
Yeah.
About timing.
Come on, quadruple crit. Oh,
I'm gonna spend a willpower to reroll some of those. 6 successes.
could be worse.
Could be worse.
We're distracted now. We are officially distracted.
You still hit him with 2 successes, so
Plus
With the
4.
gun or the
He's-
bow?
with the gun, the bow.
Okay.
+4.
Yep. Okay. All right then. So this shot hits him. He does seem to be affected by it. And he looks at the wound and he just says, "I'll see you all again." And steps
If I
back.
see you first.
Steps back like he's stepping in the shadows. And you start to hear water coming down.
Go! I help Dreyfus up and we'll just fucking run.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Joseph and throw him over my shoulder.
Just grab your niece. I'm an adult man.
You are a child at best sometimes. But I'll toss him to the ground. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna grab my niece and
Yep.
we're going.
Okay. The water is coming down from above. You can hear people shouting, and then as you get back into reception area, you get a message that says, "I hope you are safe because someone fired early."
I guess we tell him to finish the job, right? We're out. Or we know we're in the reception area.
You're in reception area. You're still at the bottom of the hundreds
Fuck.
of feet down of hole.
Climb!
Yeah.
You start to climb. You are climbing. I'm not going to make you make athletics rolls because it's just a dramatic moment. You're climbing up these ropes. You're getting up. Water is rushing down. Your niece is scared, Ophelia, but she's clinging on to you as you're pulling her up with all that you have. Dreyfus slips a little, but he maintains control. Joseph starts to slip, and then he gets caught by someone, probably Alex. And then he says something along the lines of, "I'm a grown man," but doesn't let go. And the 4 of you get to the top just in time for the other 2 to go off, the 2 explosions. They are huge. There's shrapnel and rock all over the place. It's very cool, Ophelia. It like you can feel it in your bones. It shakes everything. But water comes rushing in. Fortunately for you all, this area has a big giant hole in it. So the water, while there's a lot of water, most of it goes directly into this giant pit in the ground and starts to fill it up. And also, fortunately for all of you, this wasn't that much lower than the swamp, so it turns out to be not nearly as much water as you were expecting. But it does fill this crevice in the ground is now a giant lake. And a few boats roll up to you. It's Mama Gigi and her people. One of them is profusely apologizing. He set the bomb wrong and it went off.
Just don't.
No, the police.
Oh my god.
I actually probably would not have been able to climb because in a physical combat, I am comatose or dead in most cases.
Well, they would carry you up.
Yeah,
You're still relatively like comatose. You're just barely
Right.
Dreyfus
conscious.
comes to on the boat.
Yeah, exactly. Essentially. And so you get away from all of this. The police are looking for you, but fortunately you have a crew of off the grid, off the radar people helping you right now. You called in the right crew to help you out with this.
Vampire. Unknown. Mage. Unknown got away. ×2. Oh. Fuck.
When you get back to the GG compound, as it were, the family's sort of collective of houses, Mama Gigi suggests that you all take a rest in her home where you can patch up Dreyfus, you can eat, you can sleep. The feds and police will not find you because they don't even know where this compound is, somewhere in the bayou, surrounded by gators and skeeters and all kinds of things. But when you get there, Ophelia, you come in and you're in the house for a little while. You see all these people. Everything is calm. All of you have a chance to finally breathe after about a week of just investigating the weird supernatural in Morgan City. But you notice something, Ophelia. There's a picture of Mama Gigi, a younger Mama Gigi with a group of people. And one of the people that were in the picture, you can see, is a large man, a bulkier man with this fishing hat kind of ball cap thing. And you immediately recognize him as the person that was at the bottom of that hole. And something comes back to you in that moment. You remember that when she told the story to all of you, she mentioned that one of them started suffering from the same kinds of nightmares that you had seen. And that person thought that the evil that they were trying to stop had infected him somehow, but that he had figured out a way to stop it. And that was the last that she had heard from him.
Holy shit. So,
What's up?
hey, Ophelia,
Yeah.
are you okay? You look like you just seen a ghost. I'm sorry, comedy is a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I'm fine. I need to go speak to Gigi really quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find her.
Mm-hmm. She's not far. She was trying to cook up some gumbo and some chicken for y'all.
Can we talk?
Of course, Charles. You're in my house.
Your friend from years back, the one who went missing?
The one who went missing? Bo, you mean?
Yeah. You said that he was seeing them nightmares, right?
He was.
He was the heart.
The heart of what?
Whatever evil was inside of that. Temple. I'm sorry, Gigi. I had to make a rough decision. And he was an end to justify the mean.
I see. What-
I ain't gonna end up like that, am I?
I don't know, child. I don't know. I do know that Bo was the one who killed it the last time. And if you kill him, you might have to stay around for a while. Just so we can be sure.
Well, if you need help cleaning out ghosts, I've got a wicked aim.
And you got a good heart, kid.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it if when we can to honor your friend. I've got a woman who's a florist back at home. Small town, but she might be able to get me some like wild daisies or something to plant them so you got something and remember him by.
I think you hear a crash at the door. Alex pushes it open a little bit. Sorry, you looked super spooked. I just needed to eavesdrop. I'm not calmed down. As far as I'm concerned, this is all still happening. I'm gonna need like an hour or two, so sorry.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
And so we end this hunter campaign on that potentially to be continued style note. But no continued, for this is our story here in the World of Darkness. Goodbye, everyone.
Been a hell of a chronicle.